much in my head. I could be more faithful, but I feel let that happen. So I run around instead. I wanna be good to myself, love hard to breathe more, drink less. I wanna be seen at my best, sleep more, be nice a lot less. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life. I could be your best friend, but I can't pick up my phone. Let it ring cause no one's home. I'm always judging and degrading. I should stop all that, I'm sure, but I'm just too insecure. I wanna be good to myself, love hard to breathe more, drink less. I wanna be seen at my best, sleep more, be nice a lot less. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life.
hello there, YouTubes and Twitches and every other place that this might not be happening. I don't fucking know. You saw the pig intro, so you know what it is. It's Kristi and Kev's annual Discord hour. Yes, it's I'm Kevin Logan, and my keyboard is so 2008, and joining me, her keyboard is so 2008. It's Dr. Kristi Winters.
And now I'm going to have to explain that joke. So,
are you actually going to have to, or do we just say fuck these lads?
Okay, fuck them.
Nah, go on.
It's an inside joke. Now, Kevin stepped away from the mic for a bit, and I was just left here to stare at the Discord, which we're attempting to use again. And I noticed that the first time I ever set something up in Discord with Kevin, I typed penis. That was December 25th, 2019. Right. Then there's no activity until a call on December 28th, 2020. And then tonight, January 27th, 2021. Yeah,
so it's an annual dealio, you know. How are you, Dr. Kristi Winters?
I'm good. I just finished binging AJ and the Queen on Netflix, and I feel comforted. So yeah, it's a RuPaul Netflix show series. 12 episodes, probably too much. Could have been 10, but otherwise, loved it.
Fair dues.
Yeah. And yourself. Oh, also, I'm recovering. If I sound a little tired, it's because I was been a bit unwell today. But when Kevin sent me the link for the main topic of the show, I rallied and decided the show must go on.
She did. Yes. But that's what you get for Eve eating the apple.
Thanks. Thanks. Why is my screen just showing two blue squares doing a dance around each other in the center of the screen?
They shouldn't. Hang on. This is. Hang on. Right. So we go. Parent boys. Boom.
Yeah.
You now see it?
I can see something. Yeah. Okay. That's much better.
Okay. Well, let's just Discord. If we did this more than once a year, we might actually know how to use it. But then maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, so I've just got a Glory Cats on the screen because I thought that's a cute video. And
it is a cute video.
I didn't want to do like a funny meme because I was going to open up the screen by saying, open up the show by saying it's Holocaust Memorial Day today. So it would have been like really inappropriate to be like here's Mike Lindell in a funny situation. No, that wouldn't be cool. So, yes, it is International Holocaust Memorial Day, 27th of January. Which I think the date coincides with the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp in 1945, which is, all very grim and all the rest of it. But I think it's worth noting, and what would the word be? It's not celebrating, is it? It's I don't know, commemorating or whatever. All of that. By the way, thank you to Sophia Botha, who reminded me of this the other day. Her channel is linked below. She just started doing her own streams. So if you want to go and support a Jewish streamer on Holocaust Memorial Day, it's linked below. You can go and do that. Yes, and I think it's worth remembering, of course, because we in our time are not immune to the rise of fascism, and it's fair that we do all we can in our lifetime to try and stop those evils from ever occurring again.
Exactly. We need to remember precisely and defend the truth against deniers and people who want to rewrite history as the memories fade and the victims pass away.
Indeed so. Indeed so.
And then just as again, I walk past the Stoffelstein, the stumbling blocks around Cologne. So yeah, it's
Indeed.
It's the Holocaust and itself, and then all the other things that kind of like led up to it, and the people who let it happen, people who looked the other way, and the people who said they were just following orders.
Yeah, indeed so. So I suppose we should move on to our, top story, which does involve a fascist who's getting some semblance of comeuppance, I suppose.
Yes, we have to fight them so we don't relive history.
Indeed so. So, Enrico Tarrio, for those who don't know. His real name is Henry. That's just true. He's Latinized. He's Latinoed up his name to make himself even more of a token, I think. That's how that works. Anyway, he's the leader, quote unquote. I don't know who elected him to that position, but he's seen, generally speaking, as the leader of the Proud Boys. And it turns out he's been an FBI narc.
Yes. Sorry, it just invited me to watch the stream, and now I clicked on a button, and there are 3 screens. So I'll click this one again. Sorry. You want to go ahead and explain? How he was grassing up people left and right back in the day.
He was. Well, this is the thing. We have definite knowledge of his being an FBI asset from 2012 to 2014 at the very least. And so technically, just for legal reasons, we don't know that he's ever grassed on anyone in the Proud Boys. I'm just going to say, I think it's very coincidental that he got arrested 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks before the inauguration, so 3 weeks ago, basically. And all of a sudden, then Proud Boys started getting arrested a lot.
Well, I mean, it helped that they did an insurrection.
Well, that certainly happened, but even pre-insurrection, they started getting rounded up a bit. And you think to yourself, that they were very efficient with their rounding up of the Proud Boys. Now, don't get me wrong, if Comrade Tarrio, as he might well become known in future years, who knows, has indeed been rounding up Fash to try and save his own arse, that's funny. That's very funny. But it just goes to show you, with all of these Trump idiots, don't give them a semblance of respect or the benefit of the doubt or loyalty, because they will fuck you over the second they get the chance.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we should read the article, and also it might be worthy of mention about what Canada was going to do with regard to the Proud Boys, or is considering doing.
Not what's going to do. It has been passed. Yes, the Canadian Parliament passed whatever, I don't know what it's technically called. Anyway, in Britain it's called fuck's sake, bollocks. Where they make them into a terrorist group. Designation is the word I'm thinking of. In Britain it's called designation, where you become known as a terrorist group, and therefore any allegiance to it becomes an act of criminality for which you can and will be imprisoned. Anyway, so Canada, where it started, of course, Gavin McInnes, a Canadian citizen, started the Proud Boys, although he subsequently left. But, he's probably sweating. Let's be honest. He's probably not happy about that thing. No. Because he technically started what is now considered a terrorist group. Oops.
Yes.
So, Proud Boys leader, I'll refresh. That's Henry Tarrio, was an FBI informant. Extremist leader reportedly worked undercover for investigators after his arrest in 2012, former prosecutor and court files reveal. Enrique Tarrio, leader of the Proud Boys extremist group, has a past as an informer for federal and local law enforcement, because he's such a populist, you understand. He would never side with the
he hates the man,
the globalists at the FBI. Repeatedly working undercover for investigators after he was arrested in 2012, according to a former prosecutor and a transcript of a 2014 federal court proceedings obtained by Reuters. In the Miami hearing, a federal prosecutor, a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent, and Tarrio's own lawyer, that's worth noting, described his undercover work and said he had helped authorities prosecute more than a dozen people in various cases involving drugs, gambling, and human smuggling. Tarrio, in an interview with Reuters on Tuesday, denied working undercover or cooperating in cases against others, which is, that's not even cope, that's just lying.
Yes, yeah. Straight up.
Quote, I don't know... Go on, sorry.
No, it's the Mariah Carey meme of, I don't know her.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't know any of this, I don't recall any of this.
Agent Court, I don't...
Memory's bad. Quote, I don't know any of this, he said when asked about the transcript. I don't recall any of this, unquote. But again, I bring you back to Tarrio's own lawyer described.
I don't remember snitching on like 13 people and helping with getting them thrown in jail. I don't recall anything about that.
Definitely. And it's not, like I say, it seems odd to me that having done this in the past, he wouldn't have, when he got arrested and is now facing federal charges, he might not necessarily have turned state's witness again, maybe, to save his own arse again.
He has done it in the past.
Yeah. Fool me once, shame on George W. Bush. Fool me twice, shame on me, you can't get shamed again. Which the last bit was literally the thing that George W. Bush said when he couldn't remember the phrase. Amazing.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Law enforcement officials and the court transcript contradict Tarrio's denial.
I mean, just all the evidence.
Again, you can tell this is a British newspaper because that's the kind of understated bullshit.
Oh, yes.
Basically, he's lying. You know he's lying.
Yeah.
All the evidence shows he's lying. But you just say, it contradicts his denial. In a statement to Reuters, the former federal prosecutor in Tarrio's case, Vanessa Singh Johannes, confirmed that, quote, he cooperated with local and federal law enforcement to aid in the prosecution of those running other separate criminal enterprises ranging from running marijuana grow houses in Miami, so, really dangerous people, obviously, to operating pharmaceutical fraud schemes, end quote.
Oh, he just here, give me a piece of paper and a pen. I'll give you a list of everybody I know who's criming.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. If it means I don't have to go to prison for very long, yeah. Trust me, I will grass any motherfucker up. Do you want to know? My mum stole a fucking chocolate bar the other day from the shop. Trust me, I will sell any motherfucker down the river. Anyway, Tarrio, 36, so he's been doing this since his late 20s, is a high-profile figure who organises and leads the right-wing, far right, let's be honest, Proud Boys in their confrontations with those they believe to be Antifa, short for anti-fascism, an amorphous and often violent leftist movement. The Proud Boys were involved in the deadly insurrection on the Capitol on the 6th of January, of which we got more later. There's this cracking video put out by the Wall Street Journal on that, which we'll get to shortly. Mm-hmm. The records uncovered by Reuters are startling because they show that a leader of a far-right group, now under intense scrutiny by law enforcement, was previously an active collaborator with criminal investigators. There will be a lot of people genuinely. There's some twitchy anuses amongst the right-wing community right now about this, I think. Washington police arrested Tarrio in early January. When he arrived in the city,
this is where Kevin paused because he wants to make
the connection yourselves, people.
Things, yes.
I'm just again, when there's smoke, there's not always fire. When the entire room is filled with smoke, you might at least want to check it out. Do you know what I mean? You don't sit there and think, it's probably fine. Anyway, when he arrived in the city 2 days before the Capitol Hill riot, he was charged with possessing 2 high-capacity rifle magazines and burning a Black Lives Matter banner during a December demonstration by supporters of Donald Trump. Not just the burning of, the desecration or the destruction of private property, because that was on a church. But they really care about religious freedom, obviously.
Yes.
And private property rights. So.
Capitalism, except when I want to destroy your property.
Indubitably. The DC Superior Court ordered him to leave the city pending a court date in June, and definitely didn't twitch him. Not at all. Though Tarrio did not take part in the Capitol insurrection, at least 5 Proud Boy members have been charged in the riot, and they definitely didn't get these addresses from anywhere. It's fine. Completely... Who knows where? They could have been... They just opened up the book, the voter roll, definitely.
Honestly, they probably have all her records.
They've probably got files on a lot of these people anyway. I assume the British government have been tracking me for some reasons. It doesn't matter. Anyone who's ever been on strike has a folder. Let's put it that way. The FBI previously said Tarrio's earlier arrest was an effort to preempt the events of 6th of January. The transcript from 2014 shines a new light on Tarrio's past connections to law enforcement. During the hearing, the prosecutor and Tarrio's defence attorney asked the judge to reduce the prison sentence of Tarrio and 2 co-defendants. They then pleaded guilty in a fraud case related to the relabelling and sale of stolen diabetes test kits.
What shitheads, honestly.
Fucking Christ. Now you understand why how he was able to infiltrate pharmaceutical fraud rings, because he was a part of that.
Yep. Anyway,
so definitely a reliable, law-abiding citizen here. Law and order, Kristi. These are law and order people.
Yes. Blue Lives Matter, Kev.
Indeed.
They love the police.
Diabetes lives don't matter, though. That's fine.
Law enforcement. We love our military.
They are important, Kristi. Don't. I mean, you laugh.
Traitors.
You laugh.
Traitors.
Kristi, but they are. They're very important to him.
Especially to Baked Alaska, especially.
The prosecutor said Tarrio's information had led to the prosecution of 13 people on federal charges in 2 separate cases and had helped local authorities investigate a gambling ring. He's got some fucking... You think in that case you'd want to keep your profile pretty fucking low? Like, not necessarily go into, like, witness protection, but definitely keep your head down for a bit. Don't become a nationally notorious motherfucker the whereabouts are known constantly of.
We just count all the different types of crime friends that he threw under the bus.
Yeah.
Like,
You got marijuana people, pharmaceutical drugs schemes, fraud schemes, gambling rings. Fucking
Yes.
How has he got any of his limbs left?
No idea.
Anyway.
Moves around a lot.
He does. He does, yeah. Although he might find himself, not moving around quite so much soon. Anyway, let's not go into it. Tarrio's then lawyer, Jeffrey Feiler, or Filer, however you say that, said in court that his client had worked undercover in numerous investigations, one involving the sale of anabolic steroids. It's
By the way,
just
a little
weird.
shout out to Enigma, who is doing lyrics to Informer by Snow in the chat.
Yeah. Informer, just give me what I'm saying. I like your bum bum down. That's
that
a little cut of 90s nonsense.
Early 90s, right?
Yeah, yes. Snow. I mean, I see myself very much in the Snow mould.
Okay. All right, explain this to me.
I'm very, very white, and I shouldn't be doing rapping.
Yeah, these are two things that are undeniably true, right?
Yeah,
And
which
don't
are
try to
also
fake
true of
Jamaican accent either.
are also true of Snow.
Was he actually like grew up in Jamaica? I don't even remember. This was decades ago.
No, but he was just a white Canadian dude. Who was
Was
like,
he Canadian?
he was Canadian, yeah, and he used to sing in like a Jamaican accent. It was fucking appalling. The 90s were a bad place.
Really, yeah, a lot of homophobia. So much homophobia in the 90s. God. But one of the things I was thinking about the other day was a podcast I heard a long time ago about Americans who were surprised to discover people that they knew in the media or in their lives were Canadian. And so it was called Who's Canadian? And so when you said Snow is Canadian, I was like, oh my God, we're playing Who's Canadian? Snow? Snow is Canadian?
Yeah.
So...
Yes. Another regarding wholesale prescription narcotics.
Jeez.
Woo. And a third targeting human smuggling. Fuck's sake.
God.
He knows all of the worst people.
Yes.
Fuck's
Absolutely.
sake. He said Tarrio helped police uncover 3 marijuana grow houses and was a prolific, quote, prolific cooperator. There's no way he didn't sell the Proud Boys. Prolific. Look, someone who does the bare minimum to just get the fuck out of prison, it was one thing.
Yeah, yeah.
A prolific cooperator. Is there a Proud Boy he hasn't outed yet?
I'm going to be honest here. I think that it might be plausible that the prosecutor fucking hates these guys, he or she or they, and also the Proud Boys. And when they're giving their interview, they're kind of like, I don't want to say they're lying, but they're using words like prolific in order to be slightly like. Hang
on a minute. Let's look at the crimes that the court document reveals. Right, pharmaceutical shit, marijuana, human smuggling, fucking his own crimes of relabeling fucking diabetes test kits. I didn't even realise that was a thing you could do. What else was there? The gambling rings. Like, even if he did one of each of those, that's pretty prolific.
Oh my God, Samantha Bee is Canadian? Are you kidding?
Samantha Bee's Canadian, yeah. Yeah, she married who was it? On the Daily Show, who was an American. And there was like a bit where they were like, "Oh, I'm doing it to get a green card," that thing.
That's like the Canadians. They're like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like they're among us, and we just don't see them.
Yeah, Austin Powers.
Yeah, I knew Michael Myers. Yeah, but Sam B didn't know.
Sam B. Yeah.
I'll never look at it the same way.
Well, it annoyed me because I didn't really. I always thought she was Swiss because she represented Switzerland in the Eurovision Song Contest, but Celine Dion.
What?
Yeah, she represented Switzerland in like 91 or something.
Samantha Bee?
No, not Samantha Bee. Celine Dion. What the...
She's French-Canadian.
Well, yeah, but she's still Canadian. She's not Swiss. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's true. blowing out the French people are very free with their union laws or something. Worker laws.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah. What was I going to say?
Right, anyway, sorry, we got distracted by Canadians.
Anyway,
Let's stay focused.
yeah, prolific. Snow. Damn it, Snow. Will you stop interfering with your early 90s very offensive pseudo-rap? Anyway, in the smuggling case, so they have to specify, Tarrio, quote, at his own risk in an undercover role, met and negotiated to pay $11,000 to members of that ring to bring in fictitious family members of his from another country, end quote. Whoa! That's a serious bit of Fed work.
Also, he's bringing people into the country. Aren't the Proud Boys kind of...
No. Well, no. To be fair, fictitious members. So he's like setting it up so that you can then use that evidence of like, they're smuggling people, you know.
Right, but of course he knew the smugglers to do that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There's no way he hasn't smuggled or knew or could have stopped the smuggling of illegal migrants into the country. Yeah. Absolutely no doubt about it. But you know, he's a good lad. He's one of the good ones, clearly.
Sings like a canary, I heard.
Clearly, we can fucking see.
Mm-hmm.
In an interview, Fowler said he did not recall details about the case, but added, quote, the information I provided to the court was based on information provided to me by law enforcement and the prosecutor, unquote. An FBI agent at the hearing called Tarrio a, quote, key component, unquote, in local police investigations, including marijuana, cocaine, and MDMA.
Oh my god.
Or ecstasy. So, fucking hell. How many illegal things have we seen in this article? Jesus. The Miami FBI office declined comment. Okay. Well, clearly, my friend, your T-shirt is incorrect. Enrique Tarrio did definitely do something wrong.
Lots of, many, many things.
Yeah. There is no evidence Tarrio has cooperated with authorities since then. There's circumstantial evidence, I would suggest.
Well, no court documents or people willing to go on record.
Well, no, we have to wait 6 years for them to come out. In the interviews with Reuters, however, he said that before rallies in various cities, he would let police departments know the Proud Boys' plans. Because he's got contacts. He just rings them up. Yo, Davey. Yeah, we're going to be in town, lad. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It is unclear if this was actually the case. He said he stopped this coordination after 12th of December because the DC police had cracked down on the group. Oh no. They stopped you doing the terrorisms after years.
DC police got people on there who are happy to put down white supremacist insurrections, which are the kind of police we need.
Indeed. Tarrio on Tuesday acknowledged that his fraud sentence was reduced from 30 months to 16 months, but insisted the leniency was provided only because he and his co-defendants helped investigators clear up questions about his own case. He said he never helped investigate others.
No.
You lying bastard.
I only snitched on myself. They gave me less time because I confessed to more.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. What a lying piece of shit. Your own lawyer is fucking ragging on you. What are you talking about? As Trump supporters challenged the Republicans' election loss in often violent demonstrations, Tarrio stood out for his swagger as he led crowds of mostly white Proud Boys in a series of confrontations and street balls in Washington, D.C., Portland, Oregon, and elsewhere. The Proud Boys, founded in 2016, began as a group protesting against political correctness and perceived constraints on masculinity. It grew into a group with distinctive colours of yellow and black that embraced street fighting. In September, their profile soared when Trump called on them to, quote, stand by and stand back, end quote. Tarrio, based in Miami, became the national chairman of the group in 2018. In November and December, Tarrio led the Proud Boys through the streets of DC after Trump's loss. Video shows him on the 11th of December with a bullhorn in front of a large crowd. Quote, to the parasites both in Congress and in that stolen White House, he said, we want a war, you got one. So you want a war, you got one, end quote. The crowd roared the next day. Tarrio burned the BLM banner. Former prosecutor Johannes said she was surprised that the defendant she prosecuted for fraud is now a key player in the violent movement that sought to halt the certification of President Joe Biden. Quote, I knew that he was a fraudster, but had no reason to know that he was also a domestic terrorist, unquote, she said.
It's a great line to end an article on.
That's a beauty. That is top quality shithousery. Yeah. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Who wrote that? Can we just give a little...
Who wrote the article? Aram Roston
Reuters.
from
Thank
Reuters.
you.
Yeah.
Very well written.
Yeah, good lad. Yes. So,
Right.
on that point, this video was released. Kristi can see that. Everyone else can see that. Awesome. It's from a guy called Eddie Block, who filmed a lot of stuff and put it together. I think it is available on YouTube, but the Wall Street Journal is where I found it. So, let's have a look.
The best organization in the world.
And what is that?
Proud Boys.
Hell yeah.
One of the most prominent groups to storm the Capitol on January 6th was the Proud Boys, a right-wing extremist group whose members described themselves as Western chauvinists.
The Proud Boys are taking over D.C.
You know what I really like about the Western world?
What's that?
Pharmaceutical fraud and gambling rings.
Yeah, MDMA, coke, and grass.
Yeah, that's all of my favourite bits. Relabeling of diabetes kits. Oh, I think it was Plato who first came up with that, wasn't it?
USA. USA.
Wall Street Journal analyzed hundreds of videos from the riot, social media posts, court filings, and interviewed participants in the events
turn
and
it up a
experts on
bit?
extremism in an effort to piece together
I can't on there, but I can
Video?
via my headphones. Hang on, let's see if that works for you.
the most complete picture of the Proud Boys'
As long as
role
people in the audience
events
can hear
that
it.
day.
Is that any better?
It's a little bit soft, but as long as people in the audience can hear, I can hear it.
The Journal's investigation shows Proud Boys coordinating, instigating, and leading some of the most pivotal moments of the rush into the historic building that disrupted lawmakers' certification of the presidential election and resulted in the death of 5 people, including 1 police officer.
I can
About
turn my
7
volume
Proud
up a
Boys
bit.
have been arrested so far for their actions at the Capitol,
Started.
more than any other right-wing group there that day.
Yeah, sorry, like it's maxed, so there's not a
Yeah,
lot
it's
I can
okay.
do.
I'm not using Discord. You know, having not used Discord, I was, what about my settings? So I fixed it.
Good. So, as always, it was the woman's fault. Always.
Technology.
Proud Boy chairman Enrique Tarrio told the Journal the Proud Boys didn't coordinate their actions or intend to
Do you mean pharmaceutical fraudster? Enrico Tarrio. Henry Tarrio, apologies.
storm the Capitol, and many of the threats that the Journal pointed out were meant as a joke. He also said the Proud Boys don't condone violence unless in self-defense.
Shut the fuck up.
Tarrio wasn't at the Capitol that day
Boys
because he
lie.
was arrested
Yeah.
days before and charged with destruction of property and was banned from the city. The Proud Boys first earned mainstream attention when President Trump didn't denounce white supremacists and right-wing militia groups in a September presidential debate.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what, somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left.
The moment emboldened the group. Its leader, Enrique Tarrio, posted a message on social media shortly after, saying simply, "Standing by, sir." It has been widely
Imagine being that pathetic, though. Like, what a spineless goon.
A little toady.
Oh, the president said, I'm standing by, sir. Can I lick your toe jam, sir?
Talking to me.
Oh, no. It's pathetic.
reported that the group planned to attend a rally at the Capitol on January 6th to protest election results. Joe Biggs, another leader, called for violence on social media.
Yeah, he's a psycho, that lad.
All right, guys, you want to see all the Proud Boys that are here today? Here we go. Everybody cover up.
On the day of the event, more than 100 Proud Boys from around the country were there.
Montana.
What's up?
Oh, yeah, did you see the what I did, my silliness, for the Proud Boys, you know, the white power salute, the OK symbol that they've turned into a white power thing?
Yeah.
Did you see what I did on the thumbnail?
Oh, no. I just looked at it really quickly because I was opening up to get to the show.
How dare
So
you?
what did you do?
Hang on, I'll have to find it now. Everyone else will have seen it because they look at the thumbnails. My click-through rate is off the charts, yeah. I'm gonna have to share over there, don't I? 1 second.
Sing first.
What?
Something.
Say what now?
Dream has ended.
Yeah, because I'm sharing a different thing now. Boom. That's what I did with the thing. Hang on, so now I have to... Hang on 1 second. Screen. There we go.
Very good.
I did.
Very good. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so I changed it. So.
Did it funny.
I did indeed. So I can get rid of that. And there we go. Stop streaming. That one. There. Did it. Boom.
Where'd you go?
A Proud Boy live streamer named Eddie Block extensively filmed the group
Now
as
I
they
can't
met
hear it,
and coordinated.
You can't hear it?
I could hear it before, and I can't hear it now.
Oh, for God's sake, woman.
Technically my fault?
Yeah, I think it is.
I know, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Block declined to comment.
I know exactly.
In the morning, before a rally near the White House with President Trump, the Proud Boys meet on the east side of the Capitol. Biggs can be seen organizing groups of Proud Boys. He's equipped with a radio.
If you're on the outside, making sure you're looking on the outside of the perimeter, no one's sneaking up on us.
Biggs has since been arrested, and charging documents
Lol.
say he aided, abetted, and commanded others to unlawfully enter the Capitol.
No shit.
Joe Big.
Biggs and his attorney did not respond to multiple requests for comment.
I bet they
Joe's afraid of
didn't.
me because I'm going to kick his off.
Dan Scott, a Proud Boy known as Milkshake, can be heard shouting.
Milkshake.
Is that because he's jizzed over several people as well?
Maybe he got milkshaked.
Yeah.
Knows.
Come on, tighten up. Tighten up.
Come on, boys.
Tighten up.
But is chastised by others.
Let's not fucking yell that, all right?
This milkshake, man, you know. Idiot.
You know what? Do it.
Don't yell it,
Scott
do
did
it.
not
Yep,
respond to
exactly.
multiple requests for comment.
Keep up.
Some individuals who would hours later participate in the riot can be seen taking part in the rendezvous. There's Michael Porter, who identified himself to the Journal as a Proud Boy. This man, whose identity the Journal could not fully confirm in interviews, social...
See, that's the motherfucker. If that's not, what's his name?
Gavin.
Gavin McInnes. If that's not him, that's someone who looks a lot like him.
Yeah, it's doppelganger.
Like, McInnes denies it himself, and it's not like an intensely strong look in the sense that, like, it's completely individual, but he does look a lot like him, man. Fuck.
Social media searches and court documents can be seen with the group throughout the day, instigating the mob. And Robert Gieswein, who's also with the group throughout the day and is wearing patches suggesting affiliation with Proud Boys and right-wing groups.
My mum thinks I'm special.
Rallied by Biggs and another leader, Ethan Nordine, known as Rufio, the Proud Boys coalesce and march on the Capitol. Nordine declined to comment.
2 men on a mission with about 500 behind them ready to kick some butt. Standing for this country.
Yeah, note the order that he puts those things in. Kick some butt.
Yes.
Stand up for the country.
So the Proud Boys coming in.
At around 12:50 p.m., while President Trump has taken the stage at a nearby rally, another live streamer captures the Proud Boys approaching the Capitol from the northwest and encountering a small police presence behind a temporary barrier. Biggs huddles with an individual in a red hat and carrying a flag. Who just minutes later is the first to charge the barriers.
Hold my backpack. Hold my backpack. Hold on.
But remember, guys, Blue Lives Matter.
And this is like, this is just peaceful protesters.
It's a boom. It's a boomer protest.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a boomer protest. Yeah.
Proud Boys can be seen in the crowd. Porter told the Journal that he participated in
a really
protest,
does, man.
not a riot, and that he did not enter.
But like, either immigration would know about it, or he illegally entered America and illegally exited.
Yeah, you think he would at least be smart enough to wear a mask? He could.
You would think so.
Yeah, but it is Gavin McInnes as well. But yeah, they haven't identified him. So.
Yeah.
Through the Capitol. The few police officers there quickly fall back. and the Proud Boys make up a large portion of the first wave to reach the base of the Capitol.
They're rushing to Capitol, brother. The Proud Boys are rushing to Capitol.
But apparently there were no Proud Boys at the Capitol. They don't know what you're talking about. Don't be silly.
It's so handy when they confess their crimes on their own live streams.
Yeah.
So handy.
Fucking geniuses. Yeah.
Proud Boys are among those who square off with Capitol Police at the base of the building.
Great. Theo, milkshake, and Theo.
Dominic Pizzola, a Proud Boy and military veteran known as Spazzo, is on the front line.
Lovely people.
With a wire in his ear. Pizzola's attorney told the Journal his client did not coordinate his actions with anyone, and that the...
No. I'm sure he'd say that. No. I'm sure he said that.
He just had a wire in his ear. He was listening to the baseball game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
January. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Little League. It was fine. It's it's Venezuelan baseball. It's fine.
Radio earpiece was for listening to music.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So I did a joke, and they basically said the same thing, yeah. Listening to music. With one of those, infamous coiled fucking earpiece things.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Exactly. How dumb does he think we are, really?
Oh, I don't know what I pressed there, but it didn't go to the same thing we were on. Hang on a minute, I don't know.
Proud Boys are among those who square off with Capitol Police at the base of the building. Dominic Pizzola, a Proud Boy and military veteran known as Spazzo, is on the front line.
Yeah, that's...
I've seen the Secret Service wear that in person.
That's not an iPod earpiece.
No.
With a wire in his ear. Pizzola's attorney told the Journal his client did not coordinate his actions with anyone, and that the radio earpiece was for listening to music. This man, who continues to be seen with the Proud Boys, appears to be directing members of the mob to the left side of the police line. He then leads a chant.
Who's good prisoners? Who's the oxygen? Do you want your house back? Take it!
Geesewine is nearby.
To be fair, it doesn't sound like him.
No.
So, it might just be an American who looks a ridiculous amount like Gavin McInnes. Which is possible. You do get kind of doppelganger-y things. Also, crusty old man with a white man with a beard. Like, it's not that unusual, I think.
It's a very common look.
Yeah.
Nordine, Biggs, and other leadership also take prominent places on the front line near the Capitol steps. A protracted battle between rioters and outnumbered police ensues. And Proud Boys like Pizzola can be seen throughout key parts of the confrontation.
But note how the spineless twat was pushing other people into the fray.
Well, this is it, isn't
Not
it?
get into it himself. Doesn't want to get himself hurt, but other people can fuck off.
And this is the thing. When you had sort of football hooligans, they just wanted to beat on each other, right?
Yeah.
But here, what they're trying to do is get the sheeple to join in with them by instigating violence.
Yeah.
And dragging more people, literally pushing more people into the violence to create the chaos that they want in order to breach the building.
Indeed. And, well, just a clarification, you needn't have said used to have. Football hooligans still exist, they're just not in the ground anymore. Which is fine. If you want to meet up away from the ground and kick fuck out of each other, it's not ideal, but whatever.
And don't stain the sport with your idiotic violence.
Yeah, and endanger innocent people. As long as it's just dickhead on dickhead violence, okay, whatever.
Around 1:37, Geesewine tries to push through the police barriers.
Peaceful protest.
An hour later, rioters try to flank the police by climbing scaffolding.
Violence, according to Carl. This I didn't understand at all.
Pizzola takes part in the charge.
What?
Why would you want to get on top of the scaffolding?
I'm not sure, but I know they then subsequently started destroying media equipment. They destroyed like nearly $1 million of cameras and stanchions and audio equipment and stuff.
Yeah, that just seemed to like get caught up in the scaffolding, and it didn't advance their like agenda at all.
Well, it didn't know.
Why can it go around it?
No,
It's
but
like climbing on monkey bars or something.
yeah, I don't know, but I suppose it's just the police were there, and they're so Blue Lives Matter. They were just going up to say hello. Clearly, look at them. They're just saying, "Hello, police. We support you."
Yeah.
Yes.
And Geesewine sprays police with an unidentified substance.
Perfume. He just wants them to smell nice. It's fine.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
It was Java. Link's Java.
Axe body spray.
Geesewine was arrested for assaulting a federal officer.
You bitch. Enjoy fucking prison.
If you were doing a casting call for a 1930s fucking Nazi goon,
Yeah. Or
this guy's perfect.
Let's be honest, he looks like Peaky Blinders extra.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah. Like he's a minor character. He might get a line or two, you know?
Destruction of government property, entering a restricted area, and disrupting Congress. Geesewine's attorney declined to comment.
lot of silence from people. They're usually very loud and boisterous, but for some reason they don't want to talk at the moment. It's very peculiar.
These speech warriors suddenly very quiet.
Yeah, look, you have a platform, a huge Wall Street Journal's a big newspaper. Get your voice out there, but all of a sudden they've gone very, very sheepish. It's odd.
At around 2:12, Pizzola breaks a window to the Capitol with a police shield. He and Geesewine are among the first rioters to enter the building.
So literally they were led. The Proud Boys were leading this shit. Yeah.
They were the vanguard, yeah.
Yeah. Peaceful protest, though, you know?
Had a whole bunch of people to follow them because they thought they were going to do a revolution, and instead they just got tear gassed and arrested.
Yeah.
Pizzola was arrested on January 15th for unlawful entry, destruction of government property, and obstruction of an official proceeding.
Look at him.
Yeah. And look at here he is, our hero. Fucking hell.
Where are they counting the votes?
Yeah.
Where are they counting the votes?
Not just that, but I love the fact that he just so easily leads them away. It is. He's the Pied Piper of fascist morons.
Yes, yes.
It's genius. Yeah. And he leads them away just by walking up the stairs. Like, he doesn't even do anything. It's the easiest fucking 3-card trick I've ever seen. He's a genius.
Yep.
Because apparently there was several people, including Pelosi, who were still in the chamber. They hadn't been evacuated at this point.
Right.
And like literally, that's what the corridor that leads to the fucking Senate building or the Congress.
Oh, it was the Senate. It was the Senate side. And
so it wouldn't be Pelosi. Then who was it then?
It was Mike Pence. Was still in there.
Mike Pence was still in there. Apologies, yes. Oh, the one they were saying that they wanted to hang. That one,
guy.
yeah.
Outside the Capitol, a crowd of rioters encounter Officer Eugene Goodman. They follow him up a set of stairs, coming perilously close to the lawmakers who are just down the hall through the doorway to the left of Goodman. Pizzola and Geesewine are in the crowd.
And they all just walk past the unguarded door. They all just Pavlovian, just follow the leader.
Also, hey, it's a black man on his own.
Yeah, that undoubtedly helped. Yeah, I wonder if they'd have followed the white guy, whether they'd gone, nah, he's probably one of us, it's alright.
Sniff around a bit more.
But literally none of them, not one of them, went down that hallway.
People.
Mad. How close things came, man. It's fucking insane. And not just that, but if you start getting like actual people like that murdered, then a civil war becomes genuinely possible.
Well, it certainly changes a political situation even more dramatically. Yeah.
Entering the building close behind is Biggs.
Biggs, what you gotta say? It's over!
Probably not quite so awesome now you're in jail.
Yeah, also, it's not over.
No.
Around the same time, at the base of the building, the police line is breaking apart. And crowds storm more entrances.
Also, look at this. It's not just a few people. Look at the crowd that are outside this building. That's thousands and thousands of them.
Yeah, one of the officers described it like a medieval battle.
Yeah.
As larger groups of rioters breach the building, parts of the Proud Boys contingent make it inside. Nicholas Oakes, leader of the Hawaii chapter of the Proud Boys, was arrested after boasting about entering the Capitol on
Idiot.
Dickhead.
Oh my gosh, gives me tingles, these idiots.
social media.
Arrest me.
Oakes and his attorney declined to comment.
I'm right here.
According to the charging documents from Miami Proud Boy Gabriel Garcia, he roamed the Capitol calling for Nancy Pelosi to, quote, come out and play. A lawyer for Garcia...
These twats, they genuinely think they're something special, man. Fuck.
Garcia said that he did not damage property or commit violence at the Capitol. His comments about Pelosi were in jest, and he wants nothing to do with the Proud Boys.
Bit late now. Little bit late.
Someone found Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit late for that now, isn't it, lad? It's a bit like Osama bin Laden going, I don't want anything to do with this Al-Qaeda jib on September the 12th, 2001.
Since the riot, Proud Boys leadership has tried to downplay their role. But the Journal's investigation shows that at every key breach of the Capitol's defenses, the Proud Boys and members of their contingent are at the forefront of the mob and can be seen coordinating and instigating. Authorities have arrested about 7 Proud Boys so far for their role in the attack. Other Proud Boys have threatened more violence.
Jake, this is a shot across the back.
And that's not me. And that's not anyone else.
Next time we come armed.
Porter told the Journal he made this statement as an individual, not as a representative of the Proud Boys.
Okay.
So is he still a Proud Boy? Has he been thrown out of the group? Has he been disavowed?
Yeah, I don't really care, because technically anyone can say that,
yeah.
Can't they? Like, I said this as a private individual, not as a member of the police force. No, that context really matters quite a lot.
Yep.
Proud Boy leadership was unapologetic about the violence in a live stream after the riots.
I've answered reporters for the past week that keep saying...
Okay, pause. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, Kevin.
What?
I mean, first, they're vile racists.
Yeah.
And they can't compose a shot, but this fucking audio.
Yeah.
Look at that room. It is just nothing but hard surfaces. It sounds like they're speaking in an auditorium. I mean, for fuck's sake. Like, everything about this is offensive. Everything to me. This is an assault on my senses.
Yes. Just yes.
This is up, and they've told me to denounce it. Listen, I'm not going to denounce anything. I do understand.
Terrio told the Journal that his and Big's comments in this show were expressing the views of Trump supporters who have felt marginalized by the system.
It's only going...
Oh, yeah, they've felt marginalized by having their man be president for 4 years?
I'm sorry, are they disavowing themselves from, or distancing themselves from the Proud Boys? Or are they trying to get more Trump supporters in trouble? I mean, what?
Yeah, we, the leaders of the Proud Boys, would like to distance ourselves from the Proud Boys.
Yeah. We're speaking as Trump supporters, not as Proud Boys? Is that what they're saying?
Absolutely ludicrous. Also, they've literally got caps on that say FBI. That's not ironic in your case, is it? Enrique? That's just uniform, isn't it? I don't know.
And Enrique, do you have one that says undercover?
Yeah.
By the way, I totally stole that line from the movie Out of Sight with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez.
To get worse, and that's what people don't understand, is the more you push the bear, the more you poke the bear is going to come back.
Well, you're not coming back because you're all in jail, you dickheads.
Yeah, I just think prosecutors around the country want to thank the Wall Street Journal for that closing statement when they do their cases against these people.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, the video says it all. What are you supposed to, like, there's no way who would not plead in these situations.
Yeah.
You're so obviously guilty. You filmed yourselves.
I wonder if any of them have already done that and turned state's counsel and are maybe informing on people who have a history of doing so.
I mean,
who knows? Who knows? It could
look
be
at the leadership.
Yeah, it could be Joe Biggs, it could be Tarrio, it could be both. It's both. Let's be honest.
That is a really good video, by the way.
That was a good
Very,
video,
very good.
indeed. So, any more on this nonsense, or should we move on to stonks?
Yes, which is a phrase I don't understand, if I'm honest.
It's just a meme. It's stocks, isn't it? Stonks. I don't know. It's silly, and it's dead now because Elon Musk used it, so it's definitely dead. Anyway, this was an interesting one.
Yeah, you know what? Stocks are a social construct.
Literally, yeah. They are literal. This is an interesting one in capitalism being used to hurt capitalists, which is nice. Anyway, for those who don't know, this is really going to be a weird, complex one in some respects, but we'll try and do our best, because neither Kristi or I, and I can only apologise if we've given you contradictory implication into this, but neither of us are regular stock brokers or anything. We're not financial advisors on any real level.
Nor did I do economics at school, nor do I do political economy. So this is stuff I'm gleaning from the media and trying to make sense of as well. Yeah. So
I can write a check. That's about it.
Who writes checks anymore? I haven't had a checkbook since I moved to Germany for sure, and that was 2011.
Don't start with me, okay? Checks are the future.
Just either use a debit card, cash, or your phone.
No, I refuse. I write checks for everything. I get on the bus, I write a check.
You write a check. Well, then you don't ever have to worry about having exact change.
Exactly. You just roll. How much is it? $2.70. Okay. Yeah.
And then you stand there writing the check out while the whole queue behind you is rolling their eyes and passively aggressively not saying anything but staring.
Yeah. That's. I mean, obviously, I'm lying. I wouldn't get on a fucking peasant carrier. Jesus. Anyway, I'm joking. I do drive.
We know.
GameStop, which is the shops that sell games and are going to go out of business regardless of this nonsense at some point in the near future because they don't make money anymore. AMC, which is the larger company which owns it, surge after Reddit users lead chaotic revolt against big Wall Street funds. Users online trading communities are claiming victory for wrecking costly Wall Street gambles. This is true, right? So
can we talk a little bit about background on this?
Yeah.
So this is pretty much targeted, from what I understand, at large hedge funds.
Yes.
And I watched a video on this. If you want, I can show you guys later or tell you what it was. I don't know. It's in my history. But he was saying that one of the things that hedge funds have to do is they have to publicly declare what they do with the money that they have. And part of that involves announcing when they short things. And from my understanding, when you short a stock, you buy it at one price and then you expect it to go down and then you sell it back for less, so you make money. Is that how it works?
No,
I don't really understand it.
Yeah, short selling. Basically, you're essentially making a gamble that the stock you're shorting is going to decrease. So, you essentially you borrow shares in the company.
That's right, to buy it at a future point.
Yeah, right. You buy, but you borrow them at the higher price. Then the stock goes down. So no, you sell the borrowed stock at the higher price. Wait for it to go down, then buy it at the lower price, and then give the borrowed share back. In essence, right? And you make up the difference between the sell and the buy at that occasion. Mm. Which, if you're a big enough company like this, is it Marvin? Something? Marvin, the company. I'm looking for the name and I can't find it.
That sounds right, because I think Melvin
Capital.
Yes. Which I think now.
It's now liquidated. It's not officially closed as such, but it's definitely liquidated because they've lost billions. If you're a big enough company, you can short to the point where you can essentially kill a stock, right? And guarantee that you win. Because once you put enough money on the shorts for that company, everyone else goes, fuck it, it's dead, and all confidence evaporates and it goes through the floor, they win, rinse and repeat. They're horrific vulture scum, right? Lowest of the low dirtbags. Shorts in general aren't necessarily evil, though, by the way. I was listening to a person who knows these things. They can be used in small ways to try and find out the weaknesses and the bullshit that's being hidden in the small detail of, large companies trying to hide debts and stuff. So if the short sellers that do that kind of work are actually potentially quite useful. But when it's billionaires doing it, they're just trying to fuck over ordinary employees of GameStop or wherever at their own financial betterment, right? So this Melvin Entertainment had put billions in it, and this apparently the AMC, which is the AMC Entertainment, which apparently owns some cinema chains and stuff as well, had but also owned GameStop, had I think it was the most shorted stock on the New York Stock Exchange.
Correct.
So Reddit, the Reddit group, which is
Wall Street
Bets, got together and put loads and loads of people putting relatively small amounts of money into the stock and boosting the price. Now, not just did it boost the price because more people wanted to buy it, but what it then does is that the shorting, and again, this is going to sound complicated, but go with me here, right? Because the initial shorting is borrowed shares, in essence, right? They're not shares that are necessarily owned. You have to then buy it back at some point in the future, and if the price goes up, you lose money because you have to buy at the higher price. Now, because these people aren't interested in getting their money back, the Wall Street Bets people, the small, what's called customer stock owners, because they're not interested in their money, they don't want to sell. So, even though the price is increasing, and this Melvin Corporation want to buy at the lowest price they can, no one wants to sell, and so inevitably, when you have an increased demand and a very small supply, the price is fucking skyrocketed. And they've lost billions, this Melvin Capital, to the point where, in order to just stop them going bankrupt, they've had to liquidate now. Because not only did they get a $2 billion bailout, they then went straight back into the casino, basically, and tried to short it even further to make up their gains rather than cut the losses.
They didn't.
They did, yeah, and they pissed away another $1.5 billion or something. They're an embarrassment, and this is a joke of the thing, right? And it's exposed it. And what exposes it even further is in this Washington Post article. Where's the quote? Look, Elon Musk tweeted out, "Game stonk." Oh, look, I'm Elon Musk. I'm like one of you guys. I know I'm the richest man in the world, and I'm literally the cause of so much of this economic devastation that you're angry about, but I'm one of you. Cunt. Anyway, Michael Patcher, an analyst with Wedbush Securities, so definitely a prick, says, GameStop has become a pyramid scheme. Investors buy the stock at $200, are convinced someone else will buy it at $250, he said, but it won't last forever. That basically describes the entire stock market. The entire stock market is a pyramid scheme. The entire stock market is a casino. It's a joke.
Yeah. It's about what people perceive something's value to be, not what it actually is.
Yeah. Indeed. On the forum...
Or in this case, they can construct value.
Indeed. Well, it's all constructed. Yeah, because, look, as we said, right, GameStop is going to go out of business because you can buy games online now, or you don't even have to buy physical copies. You can buy it at the Steam store or whatever. So
I said Steam right after we...
Oh, did you? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you don't... So this company doesn't have any worth in a practical sense, in the sense that those shops aren't profitable. They lose money, right? But what is worth intrinsically? What is value intrinsically? Well, it's what we give it, right? Mm-hmm. If I hire a plumber to come in and do plumbing for me, and I give him, he works for an hour, and I give him commensurate value of say £50 in money, coin, and paper. So it's just metal and paper. But why is he happy with that exchange? Because I value that coin and paper, he values that coin and paper, and so does everyone else. So that's what gives that metal and paper value, commensurate with an hour's work doing plumbing, right? So it doesn't have to be. So it doesn't have to be that this is profitable, because they don't care about their money, getting their money back as such. They want to fuck over these billionaires. So intrinsically, they've made it so that value of AMC stock, they've put it in there. They've put their interest into it, and increased the value of it enormously.
Well,
even though
limiting the supply, they've increased the demand artificially.
Well, yeah.
Well, not artificially. They did it because they wanted to.
Yeah.
That's a market force. Like people just deciding shit. That's not like outside of economics or the possibilities of what could happen. So manipulating the stock market here, or stock in particular.
And they've basically played these evil bastards at their own game and beat them. Mm-hmm. Which is why there's definitely going to be legislation about this, I'm sure, because these fuckers run the world.
Well, the ridiculous thing is that like nothing about the value of GameStop changed from 2 weeks ago to today.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, they're not selling more games. They're undoubtedly selling less games than the very few they already were.
But yet, and somehow billions have to be wiped off. Someone's going to claim that as losses on their tax forms.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Yeah. On the forum, participants who claimed to be ordinary investors celebrated their collective efforts to take down the big hedge funds. This week, Melvin Capital, a large hedge fund, needed a $2.75 billion investment after it lost a fortune betting on GameStop would fall. Instantly purportedly due to the collective trading of the Reddit forum, the share price soared 400% this week. Which is fucking mental. Yeah, but at the same time, the broader Standard & Poor's 500 dropped nearly 80 points, or 2%.
Yes, because of people on a Reddit thread.
Yeah, it's fucking mental. But this is proper, right? This is literally gamers rise up.
Yeah,
this is what Gamergate could have been if you put that the kind of energy of trolling and anger at the system in the right direction. You can fuck with the right people.
But this required a lot of brains.
Yeah.
These people actually understand the market and talk about it and they know how it works and how it doesn't work, and how you can game the system. They just did it.
Indeed, yeah. It's amazing.
Nothing they did was illegal.
Yeah.
Nothing they did was illegal.
They shouldn't, as Haruka points out in the chat, do it to Tesla. Then see how fucking game stonks it is.
Yeah, well, you need that situation of the short.
Yeah.
To replicate this. So
well, they've all made a fortune on GameStop, so put that money into shorting and then get new people to invest in Tesla and fuck with it and then crash the bastard.
I don't know if it's going to work like that. I don't know if you can push these things into existing, or if this was just
why not? Anything's possible. All stocks are made up. All money's made up. It's nonsense. We can make our own fucking rules.
This particular little game took a lot of collective action, across the internet. So.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah, I like I say, I've given you the pigeon version of it because I don't understand it completely. It's very complicated, deliberately so that the pawns don't ever get like a proper look at things.
Yes, yeah. I'm sure that this will be covered a lot in the media, and by the end of the week, we'll all understand how to short a stock much better.
And then, capitalists beware, because small amounts of people don't fuck with us because we can take down your nonsense, okay? Anyway.
By the way, I need to top up my drink.
Go and do that, and we'll get on to
cool.
Bookmarks at some point. Hang on.
Sounds good.
There we go. Yes, so I got a thing at some point, didn't I? So I'll go on to the thing. By the way, yeah, if you want to get your super chats and stuff in, streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875. It's linked below. Also subscribe to the channel on YouTube, hit the bell button, like this video, share it around, spread it like your legs, and yeah, all of that. Also, yeah, go and follow me on Twitch, and you can subscribe there. You can subscribe for free there if you've got an Amazon Prime. We can, in line with taking down Elon Musk, we can also take down Jeff Bezos as well. If you subscribe with Amazon for free on that, you can fuck with those people. Anyway, yeah. Sophia says there's a Daily Record article about the Proud Boys being active in Scotland. Oh, that's worrying. And Bilderberg with bits says my final bits. Well, thank you very much to both of you. I appreciate it enormously. Yes. How are we all in the chat? Yeah, put Rory back on the screen, because he's a fucking ledge. Stonks. It's so dumb. Mercy me. Hang on a minute. What's this? Yes, sorry, yeah. So yeah, and go and check out Kristi's channel as well. Apologies. That's linked below, and go and check out Sophia's channel. It's linked below. To celebrate, not celebrate, but to commemorate International Holocaust Memorial Day. You can go and subscribe to a fantastic new Jewish streamer in Sophia Christina Botha or Botha, depending. But there you go. Who's got a message there? Lace Agar says Rory Cam ? Well, I think that'll do. That's a few seconds of Rory Cam. I think that counts.
I see Rory. I'm back.
Yeah, Kristi's back.
Yeah, good timing by the sounds of it. Just gonna wrap up the video meme.
Yeah, basically. Indeed.
Right.
Yes. So bookmarks.
Javi just sent you a link in the chat if you want to check that out.
Have you seen? Oh, but how do I get it on the thing? Hang on 1 second. 1 second, everybody. I'll go and. Oh, but yeah, go and check out Javi as well. Javi's awesome. No, that's not the right one. That's not at all the right one. Apologies, everyone. I can't. It basically, to explain, on the dashboard, if you send me a link on the YouTube dashboard, it doesn't fucking work. It won't let me get onto the link. It just comes up as something went wrong. So I have to go onto the YouTube page for the stream and then click on the link in the chat, the live chat.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, go on.
I was going to try to get to it, but I can't see it.
Okay. For fuck's sake, this is ridiculous.
Well, we're learning. This is like a trainee badge. Hi, my name is. A trainee employee learning it slowly. Weird, because I see your mouse moving around, but I see the.
Yeah, because I've not. This is on my hidden screen. Because I trust Javi implicitly, but also it could be porn. So.
Can't you just go to the YouTube chat in Chrome?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, what's this? If this is shit now, Javi. No, I'm only joking.
It really built it up.
Yeah.
He's tagged you.
Listen,
so you
I understand there's a pandemic, but GameStop needs to survive. What? I don't even know what that fucking meme is, Javi. Bless you, but I'll put it on the screen for everyone, but I don't know what this means. It's that.
I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. It's weird and confusing, but thank you nonetheless. But yeah, that's Kamala Harris. Listen, I understand there's a pandemic, but GameStop needs to survive. Have we been boomered here? Because I don't know what. Well, neither of us know what this is.
7 likes. It only has 7 likes, so I don't feel too out of the loop, if I'm honest. Sorry, Javi, but I don't get it.
They're bailing out stocks instead of giving relief packages.
What does it have to do with Harris?
I don't know. I don't know what any of this is. Never mind.
It's just random hate on Harris. Oh, let's just dunk on Harris because she's more left than Bernie by her record in the Senate. That kind of thing.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't think so. But anyway. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's up to Javi. Where are we? Come on. Oh, we already did that one. I scrolled too far. There we go. Right. So yeah, you commented on this the other day.
Yes, in our last show.
Yeah. Ugandan Jews are not eligible to immigrate to Israel, state informs High Court. So so it's Jews are allowed to go there, but just the white ones.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. I do, but
they're very very racist. Extraordinarily racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, and we're talking here about the government of Israel.
Yes.
The right-wing government, because I'm sure that there are a lot of people in Israel who are also offended by this.
True. Yeah. Yes. So there's a Texas man charged with invading the Capitol and threatening AOC says he was effectively following then President Trump's orders when he joined the mob that stormed Congress on January the 6th.
Oh, just following orders, huh?
Indeed. What's this? Oh yeah, this. I need to get my cock out, don't I?
Oh, is it time?
It is.
Logan's
10 o'clock here, so I guess it's okay.
Conservatives of cancel culture. Cocks and penis.
Yep, Conservatives cancelling each other. The Oregon GOP has condemned the betrayal by the 10 House Republicans who voted to impeach Trump.
Yep, exactly. Oh my gosh, every single fucking state GOP is doing a hold my beer. No, I'm the most fucking Trump slavish, adherent. The Ohio, it was Hawaii.
Oregon. No.
Okay, well this was Oregon, but Hawaii did something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Texas did that skull thing.
Yeah, no, Texas did the We Are the Storm. Hawaii endorsed Holocaust denier Styx Hexenhammer.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Retweeted him.
Yeah, indeed. But look at this, the resolution. They compare them to Major General Benedict Arnold.
What? Fucking what?
Yeah.
Wait. Well, I mean, in that he was he went over to the king. But what?
Yeah. History tells us that after George Washington appointed Major Benedict Arnold to command West Point, Arnold conspired to surrender the fort to the British. The 10 Republican House members, by voting to impeach Donald Trump, repeated history by conspiring to surrender our nation to leftist forces, seeking to establish a dictatorship void of all cherished freedoms and liberties.
So they stood up for the Republic, and you want to surrender to a king. Or the British in this situation. Y'all are.
Yep.
And I hate to associate the British people with these people, but I mean, in terms of a historical parallel, they're the monarchists, not us.
The second sham impeachment of President Trump makes it more difficult for Congress to address serious issues such as aggression on China, Iran, North Korea, crushing national debt, and the broken state-level distribution of COVID-19 vaccines. Why is that broken? Can I just ask?
Who gave us that crushing national debt by funding tax credits and tax cuts for the wealthy and throwing some bones at the middle class and working people just to make them happy with a little bit of bread, the crumbs they got?
Indeed. So that's, they're cancelling their own, which is interesting.
Like, cancel culture, right, Dinesh D'Souza?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? This is I've called him the copium addict in chief. Donald Trump has set up the Office for the Former Office of the Former President, which is the
Office of the Former Twice Impeached President.
Yeah, one term fucking disgraced president. But this is from the same people who were like, "Oh, the Office of President-elect isn't even really a thing," even though Trump did it as well. But they're now like standing the Office of Former President, which definitely isn't a thing.
Never existed.
No.
Anyway,
so that's some serious cope. Yet Canada passes motion to designate Proud Boys a terrorist entity.
Thank you, Canada. Again. I mean, just for like being you, obviously, but also for this.
Yeah, indeed. So that's good. Oh, Brandon Stracker, who founded the Walk Away thing to try and get black people.
Yes.
He was arrested.
Say it out loud.
He was arrested.
For what?
Hang on. I'd have to look. January was received a tip Brandon Stracker had posted a video on Twitter depicting a location near the entrance of the Capitol building in which he shouted, "Go, go," which is just a dance thing, I think. I conducted open source searches on Stracker and found he was active on Twitter with the username Brandon Stracker. Near the US Capitol was no longer up as Stracker's Twitter account, so he deleted it. Like a bitch.
Delete your account.
Open source searches reveal Stracker was a self-described former liberal and founder of the Walk Away campaign. The Walk Away campaign website described the campaign as a true grassroots movement. Okay, babe. Anyway, so he was arrested.
Do you think we should ask Dr. Carly No Fly List B if she knows Brandon?
Well,
because she talked about somebody hanging out with and walk back or walk out or whatever.
She was she liked the walk away thing. Yeah, she was definitely involved. In fact,
walk away. That was it.
Yeah, and she was really annoyed when the walk away movement page on Facebook was deleted. She was really angry with that. She knows terrorists. I wonder why she's on the no-fly list.
Yeah.
Strange.
Gee.
This was quite nice. There's a thing in Australia called Australia Day. I don't like it. It should be Indigenous Peoples Day, really. It's very similar to Columbus Day / Indigenous Peoples Day in America type situation. That's a fairly accurate one-for-one description for the Americans. Anyway, but a lot of Australians are happy enough with it, and they're trying to make it into like it's inclusive as well. Yay! Like they literally changed the national anthem.
Really?
Well, they changed one word in it, right? It was Australia, a nation young and free. And obviously the Indigenous people were like, young? We've been here 90,000 fucking years. What are you talking about? Anyway, so they changed it to something else, like a nation bright and free or something. They changed one word to try and be like inclusive. So there's very, very weak-ass movements towards that. And a lot of Australians are very happy with Australia Day, so whatever. But anyway, some MAGA twat turned up at one of these things, thinking like, oh, well, Australia Day thing, people will love it. No, he got run out.
Oh, you don't want to piss off Aussies.
Yeah.
They, like, leave.
Yeah, get out, you cunt.
You call him a redneck?
Yeah. So yeah, Australians not playing that shit.
Yeah. Like that.
And Australia's not a country that's immune to racism, let's not pretend.
Oh.
But even they're like, you've got one of them fucking red hats on, you cunt. Fuck off. Go on. So that's good. Oh, this is nice. The My Pillow guy got run off Twitter.
Yeah, and a more additional shop stopped carrying his My Pillow as well.
Yeah, it's surprising. When you start doing weird, like, insurrectionary bullshit, it's bad for business.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
Shocking.
And the thing
Shocking.
is that it's not like each of these guys who thinks they're going to be like the special one that's not going to get pulled in and then pulled down by Trump. Just Lucy with the football over and over again. I don't understand how they can keep standing him.
Indeed. Very strange. Oh yes, tainted by Trump's reputation, several former aides have described an increasingly bleak job market with virtually no chance of landing jobs in corporate America. Should you have a look? 4 days into his post-presidency, Donald Trump has insulated himself from the outside world. Unseen by the public and usually quiet as key parts of his policy legacy are dismantled by the new administration. Lol. The once ubiquitous Trump has been plotting out his political future, but without a social media loudspeaker through which to tease his plans, few know what to expect next, including his own former aides. We'll do something, but just not yet, Trump told the reporter at Mar-a-Lago compound on Friday. So far, the former president has floated the creation... Oh, hang on, we already... Yeah, hang on, where are we?
By the way, he's not going to do that.
No, he's not, no.
I mean, it was too much work. Let's face it.
Yeah. Exactly. Look, he leached off the GOP's pre-established campaignings. Yeah. Many other aides have left his side, eager to start anew, far away from their former boss. White House aides and administration officials who once relished their West Wing perches have jetted off on remote getaways, cashing in on mountain of unused vacation time. Others are frantically asking former colleagues to help finding work as they prioritise their own careers over whatever chapter Trump is planning for himself. Quote, there's a lot of resume passing and people just wanting to help people land on their feet, unquote, said a former Trump White House official. Oh, hang on. It's not been easy. Tainted by Trump's reputation, several aides describe an increasingly bleak job market with virtually no chance of landing jobs in corporate America, and some even having promised leads disappeared after the rampage at the US Capitol.
Yeah.
A second former White House official said they knew of, quote, people who got jobs rescinded because of January the 6th, unquote. A Republican strategist was blunter. They, quote, they really fucked the strategy. They are really fucked, unquote, the strategist said, because of some top officials who stuck with Trump until the bitter end. Quote, the Hill scram... Oh, fuck, stop. Why is it doing this with its fucking advert? Stop it, Politico. The Hill scramble... one of the few places where they'd be welcomed already happened a month or so ago. They were told over and over to take their hand off the hot stove, and they didn't want to listen, unquote. It's not just the lower and mid-level staffers getting pinched. Two people familiar with the thinking, said Trump's former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, who spent 7 years in the House of Representatives before joining the White House, was even considering a position at the Trump Organization because of lack of options.
Fuck you, Mark Meadows. Fuck you. You earned this, you piece of shit. You're selling out your soul and any part of like humanity that you might have had in terms of compassion for others just to put yourself in the shadow of a creep. And now you're going to be treated like one.
Yeah.
Good.
Indeed. Faced with these employment hurdles, staffers have circulated an informal directory of plausible job openings among many of them. Among each of them.
Plausible.
Yeah, I know.
Plausible.
Other Trump officials decided to start their own businesses or transitioned back to Republican offices on Capitol Hill or hired their former colleagues. Former White House Director of Strategic Communications, Alyssa Farah, for example, recently tapped a former aide to Vice President Mike Pence to join her new consulting operation, or according to a person familiar with the move. It's a far different reality from where Trump and his aides had envisioned they would be. A month ago, everything seemed crystal clear. He had lost the 2020 election, but would soon launch a juggernaut campaign for the presidency in 2024, and his allies and inner circle would be there to help. Now, the former president's team is scampering away, willing to leave Washington, in some cases for red states like Texas and Florida, to increase their job prospects, while his own second act is clouded by uncertainty.
While he sits on $70 million in his pack.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to find a way to wash that into his own pockets. You just know.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, he doesn't have any money. He's broke. One former senior administration official noted that many inside the White House were waiting until the Electoral College votes were counted to begin their job search in earnest, so as not to step on messaging about Trump's efforts to challenge the election results. But then the riots on Capitol Hill upended their plans. Quote, they looked at that, January the 6th, as the end of the limbo state people were operating in, so they could start moving on to the next thing, unquote, the former official said. But the 6th put a shock to that.
The rats got stuck on the ship.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You had your opportunity to leave, and you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Since leaving Washington on the morning of President Joe Biden's inauguration, Trump has kept out of the public eye. He golfed twice at his namesake club in West Palm Beach and mingled with family and friends. I don't care about fucking Trump. He's yesterday's news.
Yeah, exactly.
A defense team for his upcoming Senate trial.
Oh yeah, there's they got somebody, not Jim Jordan, whatever. I think they found somebody else to represent him in the trial.
It's got a really silly name, like Butch Boxer or some nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they from Louisiana or Texas? Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's from Ohio or whatever. But
yes. Oh, Nikki Haley said that Trump, his post-election conduct wasn't good. If I hadn't already got my cock out, I would have done it before. Anyway, and Nikki Haley, so they're going after her. Nikki Haley, just saw your interview. Your comments about Trump's post-election conduct did not sit well with me. Trump did nothing wrong.
What? Nikki Haley is a terrible politician. I'm sorry, but she's just not good. She can't read a room, and she can't pick a side. And she just straddles, the middle. And what is that phrase? The only thing in the middle of the highway are yellow lines and dead armadillos, because it's a Texas saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we wouldn't be armadillos here, but...
Well, no, probably not. Well, it would be a badger or something.
Yes. Oh, by the way, yeah. So some people on the left have been saying, oh, well, the people are still in cages, blah, 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 blah. Right. Joe Biden said he'll work to reunite families on day one, right? Mm-hmm. He already signed this fucking federal order 5 days ago, which shut down there was a 100-day thing on moratorium on deportations, and immediately put in place a fucking a thing, because the transition wasn't proper in the sense that Trump wouldn't allow them access to the information, so they didn't have a plan straight away because they didn't know what the fucking case was, what were they actually dealing with. So this was signed on the 20th of January, the day he got inaugurated. They're putting plans in motion to get the kids out of the fucking cages.
Be mad at stuff that you can legitimately be mad at. Don't just be mad at everything.
Yeah, it's not like...
pick and choose.
I will criticise him where he deserves to be criticised, but so far he's been pretty good, actually. So just chill. Anyway.
It's like saying when people get mad, why hasn't something happened? It's been 5 days. Like, but you're not the one. He's not the one being unreasonable here. You are. Like, just I know this is important. They're working as fast as they can. Give it a week. Give it 2 weeks. They've got stuff coming down the pipe. It's working out. Yeah. Just reiterate.
Yeah. Imagine being this much of a piece of shit. Brian Kilmeade says, just stop vaccinating teachers. If they're not going to go back to work, stop vaccinating them.
What the actual fuck?
He's scum.
How about we not vaccinate? Oh, no, we can't, because that...
Yeah. Is this a cat or a cardboard snail?
I'm torn.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, your kid might not return to a classroom this year. Are teachers' unions to blame? No.
Is that because they don't want to die?
Yeah,
infection?
Yeah, but
those selfish teachers?
But the answer is no. No, they're not to blame. Moving on. Oh, yeah, Matt Gaetz going on about who voted, of course, said that he would vote to... if he were a senator, that is, to the what's his name, Rand Paul thing about, you can't do this to a private citizen, you can't impeach him, blah, 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 blah. And then this is Matt Gaetz from 2019 talking about Barack Obama. You actually can impeach a former president, for what it's worth.
Yeah, it's amazing how their opinions change.
Yeah, hypocrisy. Yeah, but he was black, so that's allowed, I think. I think that's how, in their mind, that's how that works, you say.
Yep.
Anyway.
Basically, the left is always evil. That's it. Just whatever they say is evil, and they need to be destroyed.
You can't go after a private citizen, okay? Like maybe someone like Hunter Biden. You can't do it. It's bad, and you shouldn't do it, okay? Terrible. Moving on. This is quite nice. Oh, God. A really grim tweet here first, right? But true. Dusk falls on Little England. An education secretary who can't learn. A housing secretary with 3 homes while many have none. A health secretary who has delivered one of the highest death rates in the world. And a prime minister who has taken us over the edge in so many ways. Definitely true. But also look how awesome this picture is.
It's beautiful. It looks like something from a movie CGI'd, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't look real. It's so beautiful.
It is. Glorious. Oh yeah, Twitter's permanently suspended my pillow twat. Good. Oh yeah, I fucking hate this place so much. Britain will no longer offer unaccompanied child refugees sanctuary in the UK.
What? You're gonna turn back kids? Seriously? You're just gonna put them back on the plane where they were running from?
Yep. I fucking hate this place.
Hey, well, at least, it was worth the cost of all the rotting fish in the docks for this.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're very proud because they're British fish now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're happy, very happy, dead, rotting British fish.
I fucking hate Britain. Cats. Upside down cat.
Still flexible.
Look, this is the way to make football sexy. It is.
I can't stop laughing.
It is good.
Is that an effect, or is that someone's TV is
broken?
I think
it's like an app thing they put it in.
I'd be so, if that was my TV, I would watch football all the time.
Yeah.
I want that app as a filter on my television.
Although that would make porn look really, really weird.
Oh yeah, like mermaids or something.
Yeah, very strange. Oh God, yeah. Congrats again. I've been telling you, congrats, America. You're not the dumbest country in the world anymore. It's Britain. Yeah.
What is this one?
Oh, it's an opinion piece, but it's true. Okay. How incompetence, malice, greed, and stupidity left Britain a smoking, shattered wreck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I remember, because I'm going through the transcripts of the 2019 election, and the number of people who just had Brexit fatigue, and they're like, just let's get on with it.
Yeah.
And the problem is that wasn't going to be over just because the Tories got in.
Yeah.
It was just the beginning.
Indeed. This is quite funny when thumbnails line up perfectly.
if that was my feed, I would also be giggling. That is very funny. That's good.
We've seen
Yeah,
this one.
take a picture of it.
Yeah, we've seen this one before, but it's too cute not to show again.
Okay. The butt tail going.
But why is it under the fucking thing anyway? Silly little goat. Yes. Oh yeah, Linwood, just fucking losing his mind. Do you want to read this?
People in the chat were asking about Linwood the last time we had a show together. Is there any way I can make the screen larger? Oh yeah, I can make it full screen.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really small. But anyway, no. Oh no, it's very big. That's what she said.
Hey-o.
Okay. He said, or they said. Good morning. I was reflecting this morning on why I am the subject of so many vicious attacks being made to discredit me. I know the answer. I talk shit. No. Unfortunately, what he wrote was, I speak truth. Since my adversary cannot successfully attack my message, i.e. I can't win in court. Wait, no, the truth is incontrovertible. He is left to only attack and attempt to discredit the messenger. Does that make sense to you? Want me to do the last one as well?
This isn't the last one. There's 4 of them.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll do it in order then. Okay, we'll do it in order. Right. My support of President Trump is political. Really? What else was it going to be?
Sounds more fanatical than that.
It was actually musical. For fuck's sake. People have different political. Yeah. People have different political views. Again, amazing stuff. This is real deep, you know. So the anti-Trumpers attack me because they do not like Trump. 80 million plus patriots agree with me. That's not true. And disagree with the anti-Trumpers. That truth must make my adversary very unhappy.
I think it was like 74.3, and they keep rounding up to 75.
Yeah.
No wonder they're shit at economics.
It's your turn.
Oh, right. Do I support outside of the political arena, which is admittedly subject to different views? Oh, God, he's going to wank himself in me. All right. 1, I believe in God, and I try my imperfect best to follow the role model of Jesus Christ, who would definitely send threatening and profanity-laden emails to people about how they're going to kick their ass.
And was super pro trying to sell religious stuff. Like he went into the temple and he saw the traders there and he went, "Good job, lads. Private property is awesome." Yeah. I remember that story from the Bible. It's true.
There are certainly differences among us on faith issues. There are believers and non-believers. Believers support my views on faith, but non-believers do not. That is another reason by my adversary to try to attack and discredit me.
He's very clever, this lad. 2, I strongly believe in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Freedom of speech is the bedrock of our Bill of Rights. I abhor censorship. Does my adversary hate our Constitution and constitutional rights?
But you're the one trying to undermine the Constitution. And you keep losing in court because you don't have a case based on the Constitution. Oh, I have fought for honest elections. I've tried to expose the massive amounts of evidence I don't have that I wish established that the 2020 election was a fraud.
But if it's massive amounts, why didn't you show any of it in court?
You tried to expose it. Yeah, like affidavits aren't evidence. People going, I saw something. Ain't evidence.
No.
To a court. I'm not going to throw out an election because someone saw a food truck pull up. Does my adversary advocate for dishonest and fraudulent elections?
No, I advocate for allowing me to vote millions of times in every state.
That's what you spent, this whole furlough time doing. So.
Exactly, yeah. 4, I fight against the horrendous crimes of pedophilia and child sex trafficking.
No, you don't.
Even though I've literally done nothing to do that.
Yeah, nothing.
At all.
Nothing. Just talk about it. That's not fighting.
Yeah, he's a QAnon dipshit, and they're not actually against it because lots of them are found with child porn and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I've got it highlighted later on, but Kellyanne Conway sending out.
Oh my God!
Sending out naked pictures of her 16-year-old daughter.
We'll be more specific. I think she was topless, but the pictures
well,
are all
okay,
blurred
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And I have not gone to look at the original picture because I do not want to see it. So, but I take it at face value when people who have seen it describe it as topless. And she's, you know, what, 16 or 17 now?
Yeah, she's underage. That is child pornography of her own daughter.
What the fuck is going on in that house?
Yeah. 4. I want to expose individuals engaged in these crimes. Does my adversary support pedophilia and child sex trafficking? Who would say yes to that?
Yeah, I know. This is so just wank. I'm the victim. I'm the victim.
Does my adversary want the identity of the perpetrators of these heinous crimes to remain hidden and unknown to the public?
Ask Milo and Yiannopoulos.
It's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I was doing a joke because he was still covering for the people at the party.
He is.
Not a joke, really. I shouldn't say it was a reference more than it was not a joke. The high-profile individuals who are influential people and support my positions are all like me, being attacked as being crazy, as being conspiracy theorists, as being grifters or liars.
Just because they are all of those things.
Yes.
Crazy.
Imagine. Outrageous. See the playbook? Don't fall for it. Do not be deterred or intimidated from searching for truth and speaking it. Be fearless. I fully intend to keep speaking truth until I'm obsessed or involuntary committed, because these things are not the sign of a well person. Since I am imperfect, I am not always right, but I will continue to do the best I can and convey truth to you. You must bring light to the darkness.
To the darkness. And scene.
Yes, very much.
What a fucking lunatic. Genuinely, the fact that that man had the presidency is worrying. Well, sorry, former president.
Yeah, he had the ear of the former president.
Yeah, in the office of the former president, which is definitely a thing. Cats, what are you doing, really? It's like an upside down bat, this one.
Cat yoga.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, open up for a surprise. You ready?
Yeah.
Boop.
Oh yeah. Hello, sweetness. Oh, look at the tiny little kitty. It's so bitty. So bitty.
Legend. Oh yeah, I covered this on last night's show, but I thought I'd introduce you to this. The Sigma male.
What?
A new gender just dropped.
Okay.
Yeah. It's basically the MGTOWs and the I word that I can't say on Twitch that rhymes with
Joey.
Tin fell.
Joey's.
Yeah, Joey's, yeah. Who want to be alpha but know they're not alpha, even though alpha isn't applicable. Their version of what alpha is. So they're outside of the normal gender hierarchy. Literally, look, they say it. Outside the normal social dominance hierarchy, which is so Petersonian, I would call it fucking cultural appropriation, frankly. Anyway.
Please go through this.
Yeah, so 1, he loves being alone, but he values other people.
Is this astrology? Is that what this is?
Basically.
Is it cold reading?
Yeah. 2, he is a silent leader.
Yeah, because all those the people who don't talk are the ones you follow, because they communicate so well.
3, he knows how to adapt to different situations because he's a sentient being.
Again, this just reads like really poor attempts at astrology to me, but keep going.
This one's definitely ridiculous. He treats everyone around him the same way. What, so you pat your mum on the ass?
Yeah. You talk to kids the same way you talk to adults.
Yeah.
Hello, Tony. Are you having a good day at work today? You're such a big boy now, aren't you? What?
Yeah. He doesn't need a social circle to be himself. He doesn't have friends. No one likes him.
Well, so, yeah, like a social circle to be himself? Why wouldn't he be himself all the time? He's himself,
well, because
right?
these are fake posy motherfuckers. They know who they are. Anyway, 6,
Okay.
He understands the importance of silence.
Well, he is a silent leader, Kev.
He is a silent leader, clearly. 7, he's morally grey or worse.
What?
I don't even know what they're talking. This is literally, I made the analogy. This is the Joker. Oh, I'm twisted. I'm damaged, bro. Oh.
Yeah. He is both like alienated from society, but also someone society should admire.
He's the Joker, baby. Anyway, He hates living life safely. Is it gay to be alive?
Is he John Wick now? What does that mean? He doesn't wear a helmet when he rides his motorcycle?
Yeah, he purposefully warms his milk up just to make sure it's off. 9. This is definitely true. His social skills could use some work. Yeah. But also,
he's a silent leader.
Yeah.
He's also a silent leader.
Having given them a tiny amount of credit for that true one, I'm going to instantly take it away and then some for number 10. He's incredibly self-aware. He's not. 11.
I don't think the person who wrote this is self-aware.
No. 11. He is the master of his own fate.
But he's also morally grey or worse.
He is.
And he doesn't need a social circle.
Yeah. But he knows the importance of silence. I wish they'd know the importance of silence and just shut the fuck up, really. But...
Not made this.
Yeah. 12. This is so... Oh, I could definitely be awesome if I wanted to. He could be an alpha if he wanted.
Okay, Kevin, how many of these traits do you exhibit?
I don't have any friends, so number 4, I suppose. No, number 5.
Let's go through one. Loves being alone, but values other people. No. Silent leader. No. You can adapt to different situations given enough decades.
I can.
Given the, 20, 30 years.
Yeah. He treats everyone around him the same. No.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a social circle to be himself.
I think you insult everybody. No, that's you're meaner to fascists, obviously.
Yeah. No, he understands the importance of silence. No. He's morally great. No. He hates living his life. So, no. His social skills could use some work, to be fair. Yes. He's incredibly self-aware. I think I am, basically, yeah. He's the master of his own fate. Yeah, I'm awesome, yeah. He could be an alpha. I already am. So
you are both an alpha and a sigma.
I am. I'm an alpha, a sigma, a beta, an omega, a psi, a upsilon. Yeah.
Epsilon.
Well, whatever. Agree. I'm all the Greek letters. Thank you to who sent me a message then? Someone sent me a message. Come on. Lace Agar says, you seen the pyramid hierarchy thing of all the male genders? Fucking mad. Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about. This is like the newest iteration of the thing. It's a sigma male. But this from the same people who will say, there's only 2 genders. Okay, yes. Babe. Tell me all about the sigmas. Tell me about how you're totally not an omega. You're a sigma who could be an alpha, but definitely not a beta. But you can't use they them. You prick. Anyway, new Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's the Q twat in Congress, indicated support for executing prominent Democrats in Facebook comments, videos, and likes in 2018 and 2019.
She actually issued a really hilarious, I don't know if they have it at CNN.com, but her reply was not helpful, I guess.
What did she say?
Well, I'm hoping that they have the quote of what she says about them looking at her public comments in the past. No, where'd it go?
Oh, you want that actual article?
Yes, yeah, because I think she made a public reply to it because she doesn't know when to shut her mouth. I was wondering if they have her.
In Facebook, stage is being set. No, hang on. After CNN reached out to Greene, her personal Twitter account posted a statement. Let's have a look.
Oh, she said, basically she said, just because I liked something doesn't mean I liked it, basically.
Fake news, CNN is writing another hit piece on me focused on my time. I will never back down to the enemies of the American people, and neither should you. What?
They're taking old Facebook posts from random users and are trying to cancel me and silence my... Yeah, they're just looking at what you liked, and some of the shit you liked was really provocative and borderline. And
over the years, I've had teams of people manage my pages. Many posts have been liked, many posts have been shared. Some did not represent my views, especially the ones that CNN is about to spread across the internet.
Yes, the ones that they found that I liked, CNN, those ones in particular, are ones I don't represent.
Yeah. What a load of shit.
I only liked them and shared them.
And I wonder why people might be a little bit on ill at ease with her bringing a gun into the Capitol building.
Mm-hmm.
She just liked comments about executing prominent Democrats,
Barry Heron in the chat says, I just dropped in to see if you guys have Battletoads.
What?
Which I don't know what that question means, but I'm so curious now. I want to learn more. I wish we had Battletoads.
Battletoads.
One word.
Oh, okay, one word. It's a game, apparently. Rare Xbox. Battletoads is a video game media franchise by Rare that began with the original beat-em-up game Battletoads in '91. Why?
There you go. Thank you for introducing us to Battletoads.
That's weird. That's really weird. What's that got to do with anything? I don't know.
Oh no, let's go to the video. Let's look at this video.
Someone put eyes on their cat bed. That is good.
Honestly, I could just watch that all night.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen is fucking owning bitches left, right, and centre. So yeah, this isn't a Twitter feud with Ted Cruz. With Twitter feud. At Ted Cruz tried to overthrow our government. He inspired a deadly mob to storm the Capitol, and I think that deserves ridicule. So fuck him. Nice.
Thank you, Seth.
I live in America. So he then gets into it with Dan Browning, who's the white guy who pretended to be a black guy. He says, I live in America, you stupid fuck. Dan Browning responds, interesting. So you would consider yourself American? Yeah? Like what? Anyway, in that case, is Ted Cruz not an American? Really stepping in, it's Sethy. Anyway, he says, Seth Rogen responds, I have an American passport and I vote in America and I'm an American citizen, you fucking clown. Now go back to pretending to be a black gay guy and shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's, if you remember, I'm a black guy and I personally say that Obama did nothing for me. Yeah, okay, babe.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think that's what you're, like, watching a lot of RuPaul as being red.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the best way to find out Jimmy Dore did not, in fact, nail it. Tim Paul says Jimmy Dore nailed it. Yeah.
When was this from? Like, was he talking? What part of it was he talking about? Was it the Proud Boys thing?
Yeah, I think no, the Boogaloo Boys like uniting with the right.
Oh, right, no, sorry, wrong boys.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's them. Yeah, that was the Wall Street investigation video that we looked at. Yeah, don't be this kind of leftist, please. The Biden-Harris White House just put out this. It's just a cute thing. The dog's going woof woof woof. Yeah. Anyway, people said we don't need shit like this. We need to materially help those who are suffering. Now that's true. We do need to help those people, but this doesn't stop that. That's just a nice, silly thing.
Yes.
It's so dumb.
Like,
Stop taking all the joy out of the world, please.
And this is Kevin saying it, so.
Well, yeah. There's no the underlying point. Yeah, you do need to help suffering, but this statement being put out doesn't stop $2,000 checks happening at all. It doesn't delay it by a second.
But can we please read the press release?
Oh, okay. Well, you can read it.
You want to do the first part or the second part?
Well, there's lots of woofs. I'm not fucking reading them all out.
Do it.
Woof, 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 woof. A woof.
A woof. Translation from K9. We love it here at the White House. All the humans are petting us and giving us num-nums. Earlier, we took a nap on the couch in the Oval office. See? You were just talking about the POP. And our new workplace. Our schedule for tomorrow includes an in-depth examination of the West Wing and multiple digging sessions in the Rose Garden in order to expedite renovations to return it to its former glory.
Nice.
Shade.
Also, why...
Shade
that is kind of
White
shade.
House.
Yeah. But also... Why are the American taxpayer having to pay for doggy nom-noms? This is an outrageous abuse of public funding.
Wait, before you start, look at their Twitter address.
At Oval Porpoise. Oh, nice. Anyway, yeah, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Cats, we need to talk.
Oh my gosh. See, first you stick your face in the food, and then you have a little sits, and you let it digest.
In order to get the food, you must become the food. Oh, text messages.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
Yep. So that's this is Lynn Wood, can be heard apparently admitting to having pushed his former law officer who he accused him of assault.
In this clip, Linwood appears to admit that he pushed his partner, Taylor Wilson, one of the men accusing him of assault.
I have apologized to Taylor when I pushed. It was like evil was in my house.
Court papers show him referring to himself in the third person.
Your law partner, Linwood, is not just good. Your law partner, Linwood, has courage and he has an inherent ability to know truth. Your partner, Linwood, is great. You should feel like shit, but I still love you, and I'm still your law partner. I didn't throw you out of my law firm, and I didn't throw you out of my life.
He's a very weird and damaged man.
Yes, but he also thinks he's completely righteous.
Yeah, which, not surprising. Yeah, Nick Fuentes isn't having that good time, which is fun.
By the way, I wanted to roll something back really quick because I ended up uninstalling Politico from my phone because they hosted an opinion piece by Ben Shapiro.
Oh, great.
So, fuck Politico.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fuck that noise. So Nick Fuentes is...
Axios.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is... he's going through it right now. He's not having a good time. The USA is a totalitarian country. It's only going to get worse from here. Nice.
What, like more freedoms, restoring the rights and freedoms of trans people and working on racial equity and not destroying the environment for the profit of a few companies for a couple of years?
Yeah. He tweets out, all caps, I'm a human being.
Change my mind.
Yeah.
I think you could.
I've been put in a digital concentration camp.
Oh, God.
You fucking bitch, Fuentes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Funes.
Yeah.
Funes. My bad. Yeah. And then if this meme of SpongeBob and Patrick face down in the mud. Oh, little emo Fuentes. Oh.
Funes.
Sorry.
Funes.
So that's wowzer. Anyway. Oh yeah, so Monday's show, Tucker Carlson defends QAnon. Tuesday's show, Tucker Carlson just straight up defending white supremacists. What will tomorrow's show be? Yeah.
Yep.
He's really gone off on one.
Yep.
Powerful image, that's Ella Fitzgerald, was jailed in 1955 for singing to an integrated audience. A powerful image.
Are people alive right now who remember that when it happened?
Yep.
Were around when it happened. It's not that long ago.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel culture is bad. Also, Fox News. Here's the company you should boycott.
Always.
Bed Bath and Beyond, because he's just trying to do a fascist insurrection. Why can't you sell my pillows?
As opposed to doesn't want to be associated with insurrectionist.
Mad. This is conservative cell phones. That's a multi-ethnic working class conservatism. Yeah, okay. That's very.
Right, I'm surprised. One of them isn't named Tarquin.
Yeah, there's yeah. Well, one's with Bruce Chapman and Tim Chapman, so they might even be brothers or some shit. Fuck. It's not even. It's barely a multi-family conservatism. Boris Johnson saying we did everything we possibly could, and yet he skipped the first 5 Cobra meeting, which is the government's emergency response committee.
It went against the entire global community and tried herd immunity.
Yeah.
Like, even when Sweden was still, like, thinking about it, they were like, no, we're going to do that.
Yeah. It's almost as if electing pseudo-populist right-wing hacks who don't know what the fuck they're doing in terms of governance is a bad idea. Anyway. Yeah. The Epoch Times, pretty much MAGA propaganda, has been stripped of its ability to monetize its videos on YouTube. Good. They're the Falun Gong lunatics.
Mm-hmm. Trump-like.
Yeah.
Nancy sings big sort of levels of devotion.
Yeah. So Ted Cruz thinks it's time to move on. And quite like this response. I'm sure all criminals on trial wish they could just tell the judge it's time to move on. It's true.
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's time to move on. Hang on, does the audio actually work on this now? Because it didn't last night. No, see, the audio, I don't know why the audio doesn't work on that, but Hassan Piker had a fantastic rant about immigrants loving America more than MAGA people, which is true.
Oh, okay. True, yeah.
Oh, guess who definitely agrees that we should be, like, totally aligning ourselves with fascists?
Oh, no. Not Peter.
Yep. Peter says, really interesting. Not the Red-Brown Alliance, breadlets. Oh God, warned you about. No, that is what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're basically trying to infiltrate and bring people over their side.
Yeah, Peter is a Nazball. Oh, Liberty Hangout, please stop. Please stop.
I wish there was just just offensive. Oh, God, these people are so sad.
Indeed.
They make me so sad, and they are sad.
The birthers are back. Surprising, isn't it? Now, a black person's in the in one of the presidential positions. All of a sudden, apparently, she's not eligible to be president or anything.
Except anyone born on the soil is an American. That's how the laws worked for centuries.
Or indeed naturalized, like Ted Cruz or John McCain. Both of whom were born outside the continental United States. And,
John McCain was born on a military base in Panama.
Yeah, exactly. But the point being is there are ways in which you can be. Yeah. But if you're born in the United States, you're an American. That's how that works.
Other things too. You might be might have dual or triple citizenship, but you're definitely an American.
Yeah. So you
could be born on American soil, go away, never ever live in America. Still an American.
Yep. I think Kristi's trying to do that. Yeah, you can renounce it, and I think it can be revoked if you commit high crimes against. Like if you take up arms against American troops, like for instance, if you join ISIS or some shit. Like we've had British people had their citizenship revoked because of that. So Anyway, but basically the point is, she's American. You're racist idiots. Anyway, the party of the working class. You teach middle school and are weighing in here. You're a convicted. You're a convicted criminal, Dinesh. Shut up.
Yeah. And that middle school teacher was still owning it. And someone wrote underneath, "There's still a better historian than you are."
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, the government bots are out in action here. Boris, we love you and we stand by you. You're doing a great job. Blah blah blah. And there's loads of them, and they're all fake as fuck.
It's pathetic.
Indeed. Oh yeah, this was quite nice. One of the people who was involved in the Capitol Hill riot was being. Someone wanted to interview them outside the court.
Why did you storm the Capitol? Why did you storm the Capitol? Do you have any? No comment. What would you say? What would you say to the families of the 5 people who died? What would you say?
She literally runs away.
And heels too.
What would you say? What would you say to the 5 families who died, Miss Pert? Miss Pert, why did you storm the Capitol? Miss Pert.
I didn't realize you had to be so fit to be a journalist.
Yeah.
What would you say to the families, Miss Pert?
Anyway, that's the point. She ran away, which is interesting because she had a lot to say on the 6th. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's the FBI's best friend, Henry Tarrio.
Yes.
We
talked about him.
Oh yeah, this was interesting. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene harassing David Hogg.
What?
This is a video from 3 years ago.
Fucking bitch! I admire that young man, I guess you'd say now, because he was young. He was an adult when it happened, but he's grown into a great activist, and maybe hate her more.
David, why are you supporting the red flag laws?
She approached him.
Yeah.
Got in his face.
The resource officer at Parkland had done his job.
Oh, we don't. Is this confirmed to be her?
Yeah.
Why are you supporting red flag gun laws that attack our Second Amendment rights? And why are you using kids to get as a barrier?
Why are you harassing a kid?
Do you not know how to defend your stance?
Oh my God, what a bitch!
I'm a gun owner.
Anyway, so that's
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the back and Pfeifen Gesicht Schlag or whatever. Like, my slap hand is going off listening to her attack him like that.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. But it's okay. The British government are adopting fascist policy.
But someone asked in the chat who David Hogg was.
Oh, David Hogg was one of the students,
the survivors
at the Parkland shooting. Yeah,
became one of the kids who became an activist and was called one of the crisis actors, accused of being by Alex Jones, and has subsequently stayed very much involved in leftist activism.
Yeah.
And
why am I not following you? That's very strange. Anyway, yeah, this dude. Yeah. Yeah, March for Our Lives and all of that, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so the BNP, the British National Party, Nazis, this is from 2010, would offer non-white Britons £50,000 to leave the £50,000 to leave the UK. Out there. But now that's government policy. They're going to include flights and up to £2,000 for resettlement. So we've literally just got a fascist government now. Brilliant.
But I don't.
I can only repeat. I fucking hate this place. That and all the turf shit as well. Fuck Britain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, backpfeifen Gesicht.
Indeed,
Thank you, Orgel in the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hillary Clinton tweeted out the Washington Post thing as well from the Marjorie Taylor Greene endorses execution. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice meme. Capybara, pasty bara. Nice.
Very good.
Oh yeah, this is true. If there was ever an obvious argument for getting rid of ICE, is that they're not even following the laws, the edicts of the president now, at all, right? So Joe Biden halted all the deportations, and that's currently under legal challenge and all the rest of it.
Yeah, in Texas, because just like a lot of cases, conservatives were mad we're filing the California court system, and so they always originate their court cases in Texas, or other similar states, but a lot of the Texas court, because they know they can get an initial favorable rating for ruling. Yeah. And in this case, there was, I think, a temporary injunction placed on it because Texas whined that by not deporting people, Texas would be harmed. But it's going to another hearing where the judge says, this could be modified or changed, after this hearing. So they might have stopped it because of that.
Yeah. So
I don't know when the timeline was, but
yeah, people must understand the depth of what's happening here. The President of the United States has ordered a halt to deportation. ICE, a federal agency, is refusing to comply. And for me, I agree, there's no fault reforming the rogue department. It's time for a new, just vision. True. Very true.
I mean, I think you can make sure that you know who's coming in and out of your country, and what products, and things are coming in and out of your country without terrorizing people or putting kids in concentration camps.
Yep.
Other countries do it all the time.
Yeah. So I bet a lot of the people in these images are sweating over the Tarrio story.
Yeah, what's he gonna say about you guys?
Ooh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kellyanne Conway under police investigation because she, after a topless photo of her 16-year-old daughter was allegedly posted, on Kellyanne's Twitter account. So she did revenge porn on her own underage daughter.
She's gonna go to jail.
She should go to jail. She's a child pornographer. That's what happened there.
And it's not just the abuse; it's also the parental psychological abuse. I mean, when your mother does that to you and humiliates you like that, the person who's supposed to love and protect you, help guide you into adulthood.
Yeah, it's all very, very grim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyway, here's a time lapse of cats moving along with the sun.
That is a great video.
Yeah. And we've talked about it before. The unity of cat and dog.
Yes.
This cat adopted a puppy, and they're the best friends.
Oh. They're friends. Cuddle.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's that's cute, and I'm done.
Okay, so now I get to try this with my new setup. I've got a different mouse, so we'll see how this goes.
And you've got a different keyboard. Like I say, you're copying my fucking style.
Clearly.
Outrageous.
And I share audio. Okay. That's the one, right? You can see my screen now?
I can see your screen, Kristi.
What happened to my Twitter? Did I shut it? No, it's just behind in another tab. Sorry, my bad.
So
Here we go.
Kristi just fucking boomering out over here. Jesus.
It's just the first time we're using
Jesus.
Discord. You have more experience than I do. I think I'm doing pretty well, actually.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, this is just a little shout out to Flint who sent us this. We actually covered this in the past, but it's still a heartwarming video to watch, which is a bear discovering a snowman, or in this case, just two balls sat on top of each other.
Oh, bless. Bless their tiny little faces.
Yep. I guess the snow must feel good on their belly.
Yeah.
I'm swimming.
No.
I'm falling. So yeah, that's a nice thing. Yeah, McConnell gave up, so we don't have to cover that.
He did. It was good that he, there was a forced capitulation on that nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Baked Alaska, this was from the 25th, someone was sat in on a whole bunch of these court cases, is being released. You fucking believe it.
Oh, no.
With GPS monitoring, because before going to D.C. and live streaming the insurrection, he had already violated the condition of release after being arrested for another offense and banned from traveling out of his home state of Arizona.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Must be white.
Yeah, it's white. It's absolutely white privilege, yeah.
You want Matt Gates here?
Impeachment is the zenith of cancel culture.
Or accountability now, apparently, is cancel culture.
Yeah. Well, that's their whole... This is Conservatives' whole new thing. It's woke and cancel culture. That's their two new phrases that they're going to just run into the ground.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Leah turned her squeaker toy into a nose flute. And she would like to play a few notes for you. So...
Oh. Oh, bless. Oh, that's lovely.
Video. It's this. This is also more documenting the stuff, but we've kind of done enough of the insurrection tonight, I think. We've covered how guilty a lot of people are. We got the stuff on Hawaii last time. So, all of the GOP state parties are doing a hold my beer competition. Remember how they said the people on the left put themselves into echo chambers and we're the ones who withdraw?
I do remember this.
Yeah, well, look at this. Democrats are more inclined to seek compromise with Republicans. The share of respondents who say Joe Biden or Republican congressional leaders should work with each other to accomplish things or stand up on important issues. Percent who say Biden should try as best he can to work with the GOP, as Republican, or stand up to GOP leaders. Over half of Democrats think Biden should work with GOP leaders, while fewer Republicans think their leaders should work with Biden.
Yeah, well, none of that's massively surprising to me, but it's just the fact that the right will lie about that and say, like, oh no, it's the left, you're in an echo chamber, but I'm just going to listen to My Pillow guy and Lynn Wood talk shit.
I'm Tucker Carlson, and then turn off any other news. Yeah, some good news on abortion rights. Argentina's groundbreaking abortion law went into force on Sunday, making it the largest nation in Latin America to legalize elective abortion.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is just a feel-good video. Someone recirculated it from, obviously it's pre-COVID, but 50 Shades of Way. Here's some pre-COVID wholesomeness. How loud is it? All the way up. Okay, here we go.
Cruising, huh? Yeah.
Woo! I saw some kid come down the bike lane on one of these in the room. Oh, look at you!
Getting documented.
Oh. Also, that kind of feels like it's almost like a metaphor for American history.
Yeah, so much so.
But that person seems nicer than the racist white people in American history. So,
Yeah. I don't understand what's happening with some people on Twitter. Matt
Iglesias.
Is it Iglesias?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now that the transfer of power is squared away, shouldn't they let Trump tweet again? You can be Carl Smith.
Okay. Keeping Trump off Twitter is part of the power-sharing agreement between McConnell and Schumer.
So what do you say to that ridiculous statement? Matthew says,
"Fuck off."
Look, that's fine. Look, that's fine. But if the point of keeping Trump off Twitter is to help Senate Republicans, I'd like to see them own it and publicly defend the right to deplatform as a part of capitalism.
These people are dipshits. What the fuck? Like, it's... You know Schumer and McConnell don't run Twitter day to day. Like, that's just nonsense. That's gibberish. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Well, this is a good thing to call for. We'll keep an eye on it. But Representative Bill Pascrell Jr. is calling on Biden to fire the entire U.S. Postal Service Board of Governors for their silence and complicity in the Donald Trump and Postmaster General DeJoy's deliberate campaign to subvert vote-by-mail elections and destroy the post office.
Yeah. If you can't be trusted to actually stand up for the post office, then you shouldn't be on the board of the post office.
Yeah, Biden, put that on your to-do list.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this made me happy. So when I saw it, oh yeah, John Cornyn trying to basically put down the ending of the transgender ban. Another unifying move by the new administration. Look at that fucking ratio.
Ooh.
16.7 thousand to 922.
Ooh. Grim.
Yep, delete your account. Oh, and that was me back when it was 9,000.
Yeah. That's nice. Fucking hell. That is quite something.
I've got Seth Rogen there. We didn't talk about it, but Hank Aaron died.
Yeah, the real home run king. Fuck Barry Bonds, you cheating prick. Yeah, he passed.
Yep.
But he had a good knock. He was like in his 90s or some shit. Like he was an old motherfucker. But yeah, no, he one of the breakout stars of Black history, really. Like, he came after, obviously, the desegregation of baseball, but was one of the... like, it shouldn't... It sounds odd to say, but, like, black people had to prove themselves. Like, you know, the whole point was that they were considered... Like, you couldn't play baseball. Black people, you can't play baseball. And yet he came out there and broke records that... like I say, Barry Bonds doesn't count as far as I'm concerned, so will possibly stand forever.
Yeah, he, of course, started out with the Milwaukee Braves.
Yes.
And when my boss, when I worked in the state Senate, actually had met Hank Aaron.
Oh, cool.
And he came by to advocate for raising taxes to give money to the people to build the stadium, taxpayer money to fund the Brewer Stadium, which, I understand it was his perspective, and he wanted to, he loved baseball and they want really nice stadiums. But my boss still voted no on the tax increase. Oh. But it passed anyway.
Yeah.
And then one of the Republican senators who voted twice against it and on the third time switched and voted for it was from Racine, which is between Milwaukee and Kenosha. Actually, it's closer to Kenosha. The Kenosha and Racine are like sister cities. But he got recalled. Oh. What I want people to do to Ron Johnson. And I worked as a fundraiser for Kim Plotke and her campaign, and we won in the recall, and we took back the Senate. Oh, and after that, we all got a call. We were all sat in on a call from Al Gore, who congratulated us on our work.
Oh, dope! That's pretty badass. Yeah. Was Al Gore was he vice president then, or how far back are we going?
Yeah. This was like in the mid 90s.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So 95 maybe.
Yeah,
96?
I should explain, because it is confusing. Consider I said good innings, and they have innings in baseball. No, it's a cricket phrase, which means if you get like into 80 or 90 runs in one innings in cricket, that's seen as like a good day's work or whatever. You've achieved something positive. So like if you get to 80 or 90 or 100 in human years, it's a good innings. It's a colloquial phrase, meaning he lived a reasonably long amount of time. He didn't like die young.
Okay, thanks for the explanation of British phraseology.
It's okay.
Also, Harry73 in the chat. Yeah, I concur 100%. Also, fuck Kurt Schilling, who did not make it into the Hall of Fame again because he didn't get enough votes. Nor did Barry Bonds.
No one did. Yeah.
Yeah, no one did.
Yeah, so they're gonna have last year's intake. Just go there and do a thing. they're just going to have like a kind of fake ceremony because no one got to the 75%, which is mad. Like Kurt Schilling, I hate the man's politics, but I think he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. It's slightly odd. I don't think Barry Bonds does, because even though on the face of it his numbers are historic, he's a cheat and doesn't deserve to be there. Also, Kurt Schilling and the bloody sock. As a Red Sox fan, I can't. Like, I can look past his politics because his politics are scummy, but he's a very good. He was an incredibly good pitcher, so he deserves. He probably should be in the Hall of Fame. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're going to go on merit, because obviously Ty Cobb wasn't there because he was a nice guy.
Yeah. Oh no, there were absolutely horrific individuals in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, which is the whole point about Pete Rose. What again? I think he has the at-bats record in the MLB history, but he's barred because he had a tiny number of bets on other games, and betting is not allowed. But you can be like a racist who did attempted murder on a bellhop at a hotel. That's fine. You get to be in the Hall of Fame. But if you did a bet, it's not.
Well,
silly.
Maybe the whole point is to raise your standards over time.
Well, true, but I mean, is it that big an indiscretion? Like, he wasn't betting on his own games. It wasn't corruption in that respect.
No, but I have a feeling that it wasn't. There was okay, so the guy I was dating at the time who got me into baseball kind of sided on I understand why he's not in there, and it seemed more like it wasn't just was it the repeat things going on? Or was it because he'd been doing it for a long time? Or
He'd been doing it for quite a while, yeah. But I mean, again, it was bets on other games. He wasn't corrupt. It wasn't betting on his own games and throwing them. Probably should disbar you. But he clearly has apologised for that, and like he so obviously deserves to be there. He was one of the greatest players of his generation. But
maybe after he dies, they'll put him in posthumously.
But that's not fair. He should have his moment in the sun, you know. Whatever. It's not going to happen though, so. Yeah.
I thought this was another important video, kind of linking on to the idea of the change in Argentina.
Yeah.
Gosh, my brain is
8 reasons to stand up today against abortion bans in the United States. 1, let's get this straight. When the penalty for rape is less than the penalty for abortion after the rape, you know this isn't about caring for women and girls, it's about controlling them. 2, through forcing them into motherhood before they're ready, these bans steadily sustain the patriarchy, but also chain families in poverty and maintain economic inequality. 3, pregnancy is a private and personal decision. It should not require the permission of any politician. 4, for all time, regardless of whether it's a crime, women have and will always seek their own reproductive destinies. All these penalties do is subdue women's freedom to get healthy, safe services when they most need them. 5, fight to keep Roe v. Wade alive. By the term overturn Roe v. Wade, the main concern is that the Supreme Court will let states thwart a woman's path to abortion with undue burdens. But one thing is true and certain. 6, these predictions aren't a distortion, hypothetical, or theoretical. Women already face the disproportion of undue burdens when seeking abortions. If the sexes in all people are to be equal, abortion has to be actually accessible and not just technically legal. 7, despite what you might hear, this right here isn't only about women and girls. Despite it's about fundamental civil rights, women are a big part of it, but at the heart of it, our freedom over how fast our families grow goes farther and larger than any one of us. It's about every single one of us. 8, fight for Roe v. Wade in the United States, because this change can't wait. We've got the energy, the moment, the movement, and the thundering numbers. The alt-right's biggest blunder is that most Americans aren't under their impression that a woman's body is up to them to decide. So when you're outraged, these lawmakers are terrified. They want our tide to lose hope, to back up, pack up, and go home. So don't. We won't. We are never alone when we fight fire with feminism. So go. Be unafraid. We will not be delayed. We will not be masquerade to the tale of a handmaid. We will not let Roe v. Wade slowly fade, because when we show up today, we're already standing up with the tomorrow we made.
God, she's too good, man. She's 21 and she puts me to shame. Glorious. Very, very talented young woman.
Really amazing.
Yep.
False flag operation. Calling it. Let's see. Oh, did you see this bit about old Josh Hawley?
No, is he dead?
15, he wrote a column defending Timothy McVeigh, Terry Nichols, and Mark Furman.
I am enormously surprised. He seems like a very, very well-rounded man.
Oh yes. So I Helen Pluckrose blocked me years ago when I criticized some of her grammar. And now she's got everyone's flooding the internet with these right-wing propaganda sites. So hers is counterweight apparently, and Ina is just laughing at her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the new anti-woke, anti-cancel culture thing. Counterweight.
Didn't they have something else like that already? Isn't that what their critical studies things is supposed to be?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Peter Boghossian.
Oh yeah, scummy people. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see, what's this? Oh, got already that. Canadians doing well. Kohl's, Wayfair, other stores. Yeah, that's about the pillow guy. Oh, this I don't know who Jonathan Mann is, but Jimmy Dore is giving off strong. Gamergate is about ethics and journalism. It's not about targeted harassment of women in games. Vibes with his Boogaloo boys are anti-war. They're not about a race war and the idea of Civil War II electric Boogaloo stance.
Yeah, very much so. It's fundamentally dishonest.
Yeah. There's a handsome little weasel.
Oh, look at the little hands.
Like the blue coloring of the shade of the eyes. Oh yeah, mood.
No. No.
What's this? Yeah, this is interesting. Why do people lie about their class backgrounds? Oh, I won't make us watch it because it's only 40 seconds long. But basically, people who would be considered middle class will describe themselves as working class because they don't want to be seen as having not worked hard, or worked to get where they are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of diluted the meaning. I'm surprised you didn't have this.
Oh, look at the forehead on it. Jesus.
All right, this is Matt Gaetz. I'm just gonna let the ha 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 ha. This isn't the comeback you think it is. Be the preface for this because it's so cringe.
Better. I have to say, Sean, I heard Rick Wilson say I sucked at Twitter. Well, I guess I sucked at it so much they had to shadow ban me, along with Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows and Devin Nunes. And I just happened to check, when you look at my personal account and my official account, I have twice as many followers as Rick Wilson. So if I suck, I wonder what that means about him.
Yeah, and by the way, I wonder...
What?
I suck so much they shadow banned me, but I also have more followers.
Oh, he's so dumb. He's so dumb, Kristi. Oh, for fuck's sake. What a dickhead, man. Ugh. When white people are sending theirs, they're not sending their best, are they?
No, we're not. We're not. Steve Schmidt, there are a number of GOP state parties that are more accurately described as Q parties. Oregon, California, Texas, and Arizona are among them. Understanding what side controls what in the GOP civil war will be key to understanding and covering it. Well, so he's basically saying, on these the state parties, you have to know whether they're actually Republicans or Trump or Q people or Trumpists.
Well, Arizona are one of the leading ones, but there's also he hasn't mentioned Hawaii as well. Which is...
No, or with the people in Wisconsin.
Yeah, there's some crazy fucks there too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, there were crazy fucks in all of them, but it's who's in control of the party and the state level.
Yeah. Deleted his selfie on Facebook the same day, but someone he knew had already taken a screenshot and sent them to the FBI.
Dickhead.
Also, the photos were still on his phone when they searched it.
Enjoy prison, you silly bastard.
I told you, this is my kink these days.
Yeah, they're so dumb. They're so fucking dumb. The dumbest insurrection attempt in the history of mankind. Absolutely clownish.
Sleeping Giants is going after, this Player FM removed the podcast for Scott Greer, the former editor for Richard Spencer's Radix Journal.
Good.
So, yep. Rudolph Giuliani is barred from monetizing his channel for at least 30 days.
Lol.
Kevin knows what that's like.
Oh, yeah, a bit more than 30 fucking days.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yep. The Biden signed an executive order that will ultimately end the Justice Department's use of private prisons.
Awesome. Yeah, there are ways. This is the thing. There are ways in which you can get around certain things like this. The thing is, you do, as has been shown by Trump, you do need to get legislation through. Otherwise, you can just be undone by the next prick, right? But there are definitely things in the short term that he can do and is doing. And like I say, there are going to be issues, as we discussed last time, there are going to be issues with Biden as things go on. But so far, I don't know that he's done much that I really disagree with.
I mean, his executive, he gets to decide how the government is run.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want us to use private prisons.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
I mean, that's literally how it goes. So, Myth-informed Milwaukee, fucking fash apologist. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, I guess... this is about stuff at... sorry, I thought they were talking about Madison. No, go ahead, you read this out.
Hang on. I need to go onto the thing.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's really small. Would the 6th of January events at the Capitol receive as much press coverage if the Democrat supporters were responsible?
Yeah, in my fantasy world where Democrats are doing the insurrection.
Yeah. Yeah, of course they fucking would. It was an insurrection attempt. Yes. Also, Weasley, if the just the January 6th events, just events,
not the insurrection.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck off.
They've got a new conference announced in Kenosha.
Why? I thought they were from Milwaukee. What's going on there?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Oh, right. Priest leaves diocese after live streaming exorcisms of alleged election fraud.
That's amazing. Exorcisms.
You want to hear more? You want to know more?
That's amazing. Yeah, why not? I don't even know what that really means.
Conservative Catholic priest, the Reverend John Zulsdorf, is leaving a diocese in Madison, Wisconsin.
Of course he is.
God, it's gonna be Wisconsin man. Like he's gonna give Florida man a run for his money after live streaming himself performing an exorcism of alleged election fraud, according to the report in the Lincoln Journal Star.
Wisconsin's just snow Florida.
We don't have flying cockroaches though. The exorcism that was originally published on YouTube has been taken down. Oh no! Damn it, I missed it.
What does that even mean? An exorcism? Because I thought that was like ghosts and shit.
Yeah, well,
or like
Zulsdorf,
demons? I don't know.
Yeah, a popular and controversial traditional priest. And so he thought Vatican II was way too radical.
Well, yeah, traditional in the sense that he thinks that fucking exorcisms are a thing. Okay.
Yes, yeah. According to the Journal Star, believed the false election fraud claims former President Trump and his supporters pushed following Biden's election. The exorcism was aimed at these election fraud claims, according to the report. He gets fucking weirder. The priest said he got permission from the bishop to perform the exorcism.
And the bishop got permission from the Pope, and the Pope asked God. It went all the way to the top.
But Heying denied the claim. Heying told Zulsdorf he had permission to perform an exorcism for the intention of alleviation from the scourge of the coronavirus pandemic and not for political activities. The National Catholic Reporter
How isn't
reported.
that... oh, God. They don't know what political is, do they? Oh.
Well, I think that was mostly like pray for the disease to go away.
Oh, okay, I suppose.
Kind of thing,
well, that's worked really well with plagues in the past.
Oh, and just like the Catholic Church always does when it has people who are problematic, the Reverend Zulsdorf, who is in good canonical standing, will relocate from the Diocese of Madison to pursue other opportunities.
And they'll move in a paedophile from fucking Arizona or something, yeah.
Land somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's a thing that happened.
Exorcism. Genius. I'm sure Linwood approves.
Oh yeah, we got this guy ready. Brandon Straka. That's what he looks like. That's a picture of him, I guess.
Yeah. And they're all like,
guy.
"Oh, they've arrested a gay man." Don't bring your fucking identity politics here, my friend. It's outrageous.
Yeah, this is like, I don't know how we stop this cycle. The economy is getting even worse for Americans with high school degrees or less education. So, I was listening to, this will make sense in a second. I was listening to Brian Maggie talk to John Searle, like in the 1970s on a BBC show about philosophy. And he talked about being at, I think he was at Cambridge, it was Cambridge or Oxford, I can't remember, I'll say it's Cambridge, I might be wrong. That he had a bachelor's degree, and with a bachelor's degree, he could get a teaching job at Cambridge. Do you know what it takes to get a job at Cambridge these days?
Probably quite a lot.
Just, publish articles. You probably have to be like, mid-career academic to even like get on a list to get an interview.
Yeah.
And the fact is that it's, I don't know that the quality of teaching for master's students is all that, or for undergraduate students, is all that difference between someone who has a master's and knows what they're talking about and someone with 8 years. I mean, they might have, more depth or whatever, but in terms of the core course content that they need to walk away with. But what happens? Well, it's just an upward like cycle of having more people. The competition gets harder. If you have a bunch of people who have 4 years degrees and people who don't, you're just going to start sifting not on the person or their abilities, or you're just going to put them into different
Okay, I'm
piles.
going to have to reel you in here because I don't know what the fuck you're even talking about now.
The point is that getting advanced degrees is now becoming to the point, it's getting to the point where it's probably already been to the point that people without a college degree or some kind of, they're just never going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
We have to figure out some way of fixing this problem of education, because you can't, I understand why people want to go to college, but you can't kind of do that in such a way that you're excluding entire people from ever getting ahead.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I don't know the answers to it, if I'm honest, but you're correct that something needs to be done, because huge swathes of the population are just being dumped and left behind.
And like forever.
Yeah.
Like they'll have no chance of passing on any kind of inheritance. So you want to talk about like generational poverty, and at the same time, I don't want to put a cap on 10% of the population can go to college.
Yeah.
So, here you go. This kind of sums up.
Yeah.
You want to read this out?
Unfuck this, unfuck these, unfuck this thing, and unfuck this thing in particular. Yeah. Basically, Trump's entire 4 years has been like undone, or at least. Not the damage that was done, but the actual policies are gone, which is awesome.
I just thought it was funny. All right, this was it. We talked about this at the top of the show. I think we're getting near to the end.
He looks like a prick.
I was going to have you get your cock out over this.
Okay. Massachusetts GOP members seek to censure Baker over support of Trump impeachment. Okay.
Yep. Or GOP cancel culture.
Indeed.
Oh, and this one is worth noting and celebrating, because we haven't covered it, I don't think, yet. I'll let Kenny explain.
Y'all do know that we're finally going to get our damn tubs. We're finally going to get our tubs, so y'all might as well stop calling Andrew Jackson dubs, because we about to get some tubs in this bitch, okay? Because guess what? Harriet Tubman going to be on the $20 motherfucking dollar bill thanks to Joe Biden. Y'all do know.
Fair.
So yeah, we're finally going to get, because Trump slowed it down.
Oh, of course he did, but it's definitely not a racial thing, obviously.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. And this was a video I watched to try to understand what the fuck was happening and why GameStop and Robinhood were like the first and second.
Can I just say, a spectacular short squeeze, a fantastic description of Kristi Winters.
There you go. Get a screenshot of that and put that in the happy hour intro. And that's me done. I didn't have as many as you.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're done. Awesome.
Not nearly as many.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put us back on to Rodikins.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hang on. No. There we go. Boom. Boom shakalaka. So, yeah, that went well as an experiment, didn't it?
Yeah, not too painful. A lot of these skills transfer across different interfaces, though.
Indeed they do, yes.
It's nice that they're homogenizing their layouts so that most of them look the same.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So what have you got coming up on your channel, Kristi?
What is today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Nothing till Sunday. And that's always a surprise. I mean, I've got D&D, but that's on my D&D channel. So yeah, I'm terminally online. If I'm not doing D&D, I'm doing the happy hour, and then occasionally I have a non-sweary show that I try to monetize, and then people complain like there are ads on this. I'm like, I do put work into this. I do show up. I don't do it just because I love you. No, I mostly do it because I love people, because this shit doesn't pay.
Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, look forward to that on Sunday with Kristi or something.
The last time we talked about whether or not Trump would actually form a third party. Then it turned out, of course, he's too lazy to do it. So.
Yeah, he hasn't got the fucking the gumption to stick with it.
Basically. How is my chess coming along? Yeah, I get my ass kicked pretty regularly, but I'm learning. So I'm kind of like Danielson in The Karate Kid, where I'm still in the wax on, wax off.
Please do not encourage Kristi's illness. We've been trying to wean her off the chess and the D&D. So it's not working, but I've been trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a fun match earlier in the day with a person who does not play a kind of traditional game. He just kind of, I call it kamikaze moves, just comes barreling into my pawn line. And I'm like, oh, fuck, now what do I do? Oh.
Yes. I don't know what you're on about, but anyway, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, go and check out Kristi's channel. And
be back here on Friday.
Yeah, and I might not be here tomorrow night. I don't know yet. The real life, because this might be news for some people, but there's like a world outside of the internet where people are. It's an annoying and shit place in many respects, but it does exist, and I have things to do within it tomorrow. So I may not be here tomorrow night. Although I am hoping to get out the part 2 of the inauguration Cope compilation thing tomorrow.
That'd be good.
So that you might have to just settle for that, like a 10 minutes of people crying, which is fun.
Oh, hey, before we leave, can I just say, like, Kevin, do you remember restaurants?
I do remember restaurants. They were pleasant, weren't they?
Remember movie theaters?
Yeah.
Amusement park.
Yeah.
Parks. Just parks. Benches that you could sit down on and
get
up again and walk somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, someone says, Kev's got a life. Nice. Yeah, but I don't want one. Like, I don't want to have to do things in the real world. It's full of people and COVID. So, definitely not, but
yeah,
it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, we'll see and all that shit. Go and check out all the links below. Go and subscribe to me. Go and check out the Twitch. Go and follow me there, and you can subscribe. Subscribe for free with your Jeff Bezos books. If you've got an Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for fuck all and redistribute the wealth of Jeff Bezos so that I can then reinvest it to also take down Elon Musk. That's the 1-2 punch, people.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your contribution. It might not be what they did in Reddit, but
exactly, yeah. But we'll definitely win. So that's how to win. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Thank you all for listening and watching on Twitch. Hang on, where are we on Twitch? I'll kick you over to someone. We'll see who's streaming, who's doing stuff and things, and we'll I need to follow more people on Twitch so that I can actually
more options.
Send you to other people, because it's like the same 4 fucking channels every time.
Also, we also probably all broadcast at the same time.
True, that is true.
That's probably also a big part of it.
Yeah. But anyway, the serfs. It's always the fucking serfs, but anyway. But they're good. Don't get me wrong, that's not shade. I'm just saying I need to follow more people. But anyway, thank you all for listening and watching. Goodbye from me and goodbye from Kristi. Say goodbye, Kristi. I'm a keyboard thief.
Say goodbye from Kristi. I mean, goodbye, Kristi.
Bitch. She did the